Hey, everybody, listening to PBR Podcast. This is Dennis the Intern. You have found us. Now enjoy us.
Hey! Culture, sophisticated
Podcast, baby. Now tell me something good. Oh, yeah.
With your blue check next to your name.
Oh,
they're not.
They're
They're not
not
letting
letting
you go.
Not yet.
How
bro.
many followers?
Oh, you've never been?
Like 3,000.
Dude, you can. We'll put you in touch with somebody who will help.
I wish I could just get 10% of those followers. Just 10. I keep dancing around.
I know he gets 71. I don't even have a third of his,
Uh-huh.
which fucking pisses me off because
I think activity makes a difference, though.
Yeah,
He's
it's
much
true.
more active
Yeah.
than you, right?
he is
Plus,
much more active.
I feel like I can go to two different places and two different coasts, and Ming would be at both.
he will be at both.
He's opening up a TCBY and headlining at Comic-Con.
Oh God! If TCBRs were only around, I think they're all closed now, which sucks. but-
And he's eating a Frogurt at Pinkberry.
Yeah.
oh God, if pink bears were still around too, holy crap!
They're gone. They've never.
I don't
been.
think Yeah,
I think
don't.
people just kind of caught up with it. Like, yeah, the yogurt's
Automobile.
good. If I load it up with like 50 pounds
Where
of
is my
M&Ms.
automobile?
Automobile. That is my. I love.
Are you
Alright.
fascinated?
Big lake.
Are you fascinated by people's file structure?
I am fascinated by him
Oh,
because he's
have
so
no-
on with this shit, and me, I'm like whatever.
I just when you look at somebody's organization on their files,
Oh, I got no organization.
it's
None.
like blows my mind. Like if
None.
everything is not in a folder to a T, I can't function.
Oh, I'm not like
cannot
that at
function.
all. Good luck.
I'm
But I figure, if you're looking, like those movies, you're like hacking in, and
Yeah.
you're like Arrow or whatever, like Felicity Smoker's hacking things within like 3 seconds. No, if you're trying, I can't even find my own files.
Wait, so hacking isn't like in the movie Hackers, where it's all graphic user interface and we're flying through towers?
really, and Angelina Jolie showing you her virtual boobies.
Yes.
Those
Yeah.
would be awesome.
yeah, Lord Nikon. Yeah. So hello everybody. Welcome.
Oh, we're going
Are we doing this?
right
Yeah,
off
we're
of
on there.
Angelina Jolie's boobies.
Right
All
off
right.
Angelina Boobies. My name is Ming Chen. We're here at the Shared Universe Podcast Studios in downtown Red Bank, New Jersey.
The soon-to-be defunct.
I want
Shared
We're not
universe.
defunct, we're moving.
We're moving. Well, this particular Titans Tower, our secret headquarters, will soon be. It will go the way of the dodo bird.
We're upgrading to
So it's
the.
delicious.
It is delicious.
Yeah,
Thank you.
but we're here with our friends at PBR Podcast. Mike Polano, everybody,
What's up, guys?
and Dennis the intern. Welcome.
Howdy.
Welcome back. And this is a dual purpose podcast. We're gonna release this on both.
This is great.
Yeah, this is what
Why
we do.
not, right?
It's what we do when
You guys are my second favorite podcast. I want you to realize that.
That's
you
awesome.
are lying.
Swear to God.
Get out of
He
here.
only likes two, though. There's
He only
two-
likes it.
There's only two he listens to.
No, I listen to about
the quilting
6.
hour, right?
Yeah.
Quilting.
Yes.
Fun
Well,
with
Grandma makes me read, watch that. I actually have to read it because it's in transcript form.
Yes.
It's just a bunch of ladies sitting around talking. They talk and then they write shit down.
Yeah.
And they pass it around.
Well, there are-
It's not even on like anything like iTunes.
And they get it in cassette.
I do, yeah.
A-track.
Yeah. Well,
It's reel to reel. Come
real
on,
to
guys.
they were nice enough to feature you on their podcast a couple weeks ago.
They were,
Is that
absolutely.
Great episode.
That episode is up right now.
Absolutely. It was a phenomenal time.
Thank you. Yeah, I had a great time with you guys. It was amazing.
Thank you for coming. Appreciate it.
My
Is
pleasure.
that now? I know you've called in on a lot of podcasts. Is that the first one where you went to another location, strapped on the headphones?
yeah, absolutely.
We were your
Really?
first?
Yeah.
Well, thank you, man. I'm like,
I mean,
that's huge.
we've gone to cons and sat down at they've had boards and stuff, but to go to somebody else's secret headquarters, to go to somebody else's clubhouse, that's special.
Oh, were you in the
Yeah.
speakeasy?
He was at the speakeasy.
Nice. All right.
I'm telling you.
Yeah.
So I mean, they pulled out all the stops for me. It was fantastic. You guys were amazing. Dennis the intern was not there.
Dennis
Well,
the intern was not there.
bummed me
in
out,
body,
man.
he was not there. But
He was
always
there.
there.
We were calling for you.
If something's
always there.
annoying you, I'm there.
we actually had to call him on our last episode via phone to
man.
get him to do his intern
Oh
duty.
my God.
God.
Unacceptable.
That's the last thing you want to do, especially like how far away were you?
I was never far enough. These guys always seem to find me on my phone. But
Yeah,
the
of
problem
course.
is, like, I'm the resident nerd,
Okay.
nerd in waiting, and they'll have a question about something, and then I gotta get a phone call. You know, what was the color of the extra life mushroom in Super Mario Brothers? Go ahead, go.
Oh, it's green.
Yeah.
The
Of course
green
it's
one up.
green.
Yeah, it's green 1-0.
Green one up.
Yeah.
So who did we have on? Was it
It was DJ Funsize.
DJ Funsize?
Okay, cool. I thought it was Lodondo. I'm like, what the fuck could you have possibly? Lodondo will make up the answer for Christ's sake.
And then somehow it'll be about Trump.
Of course, yeah. The fuckers down at Staten Island. Oh my God.
I want to put this out to anybody who's listening that
Okay.
knows who Chris Lodondo is
Right.
on any media of
Okay.
socialness across any board. And
The ones that he wants you to follow him on or not.
And this is where I'm going with this. I beg of you, please, everyone, unfollow Chris Lodondo. Unfollow
Chris Lodondo.
Chris Lodondo.
Yes.
Unfollow Chris Lodondo.
That
There
should
you
be-
go.
That's tonight's hashtag.
Follow Chris Lodondo.
Oh my God, this is awesome.
It almost rhymes.
All right, hold on.
Oh, look at that.
Wait, look. Oh! Unfollow.
Booyah!
That is amazing.
Unfollowed. I just unfollowed.
Listen, I expect everybody else here, at least at the table, to unfollow him for a amount of time. I do not follow him.
Oh.
I left him as a friend on Facebook, but I unfollowed him on Facebook, which you can do now
Yes, you can.
because I cannot take it anymore.
Right.
I don't want to know about your bean burgers and your politics.
Right.
Chris, I love you, but I am unfollowing you right now.
Wow. I didn't know this was a thing.
This is great. We're starting right now.
Oh
Yeah.
God, let's go. We have to talk about this now.
So 5,392 followers Chris Lodondo has, which blows my mind anyway. Because
Yeah.
really, let's be honest.
Hold on, give me 1 minute.
Let's wait. Oh, you 5392.
It's about to go down by one.
Yes.
I love Lodondo, but I think he'll even agree that he is an internet connection away from just standing out on a street corner and screaming at people as they
Yeah,
go
he
by.
is pretty much he is the monster screamer from Stephen King's The Stand. Not too many people are like, hey, that's a really that's a topical reference,
Our
Mike.
friend here, we're streaming now on twitch.tv/MingChen37. Antristotle says, Chris Lodondo blocked me. Chris Lodondo blocked me for tweeting him YouTube videos. #pusshole! Exclamation point.
All right, and he also says,
Christopher.
I was shaving my lower back just above my butt crack and cut myself. Do you guys shave your bodies? No, I got to be honest. Well, right here, I like to craft my beard.
Where are you pointing? I can't. Well, unless
I'm
on your
sorry, I'm
Twitch
right
you
here.
can't see this.
If you're on Twitch,
That's a question. Do you guys shave your bodies?
I thought he was going to ask. Well, I cut myself on my nutsack, but yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, I'm Asian, low testosterone, no body hair, so all good.
I don't
Can we
really-
refresh that real quick?
Sure.
I don't
We
really
can,
mind shaving my,
hold on.
my
We can-
personal area. It's just
Oh,
I
he's
put on the
followers
aftershave.
3. Yeah.
Oh, it's gone down.
Hold on, wait a minute. Refresh one more time, please.
Okay, here we go, and
I love it.
It's like the opposite of a telethon.
Yeah.
Let's see if we can lose more followers.
Yeah, this is the opposite.
If you
it's
wanna-
exactly
If
the
you want to
opposite.
play along, you can follow at Chris_Lodondo, it's LAUDANDO, and then
Yes.
unfollow. Immediately
Yes.
unfollow. Yeah. it'd
And
be-
just get him jacked. Actually, if anyone listening could follow him, get him up to like 10,000 and then unfollow him really quickly and just watch his self-esteem crash.
Right.
It would be fantastic.
So I just sent him a text. I said, dude, your followers on Twitter, WTF. Let's see if we get a response back from him.
right. That's funny, dude.
Oh, that's
So we are now officially on PBR Podcast. We're in a race.
Okay.
The stage has been set. Lodondo, who's a friend of the show, I say that we joke with him, but he is a friend of the show. Derek D and myself. Who will get verified first? on
okay.
Twitter.
So wow. This
Oh, between you, Lodondo, and
Derek.
Derek?
D. So the
All right,
bet
how
is
many
out
does
there.
Derek have?
We'd have to look. Only if we had an intern in the room that did things
Okay.
that he does. But I believe it's right around what Lodondo has.
I'm on it.
All right, so he's about 5,000 too. And you realize that 4,999 of those are
Derek D has 6,936 followers.
So he's beating Lodondo. But most of those are Chris Lodondo's family in Staten Island.
Yeah,
Right.
big
well,
Italian.
Italians have big
Yeah,
Italian
a
families. too,
very
yeah.
big Italian
So
family.
like 30% of this is
They,
cousins.
they like adopt meatballs and shit like that. So yes, my wife is Italian. So yeah.
Wow. All right. Well,
You're
so
welcome.
you guys
Yes.
have a. I love the campaign, though, gentlemen. I love the campaign. We do, in fact, have poll. So soon he'll be down to like 10 followers. I want to know who these other 5,000 people are.
I don't know.
I want to know.
Give a crap.
I
It's
really
funny.
want to know if any one of the Impractical Jokers follows him, because that would just be like a ball busting thing. Like none of them follow him.
That's a really good question. I mean, I know he manages, and I use the term manage lightly. What Say You podcast is social
And
media.
when was the last time either Sal or Q were on What Say You podcast? I think it was like
I know
3
when was
years
the last
ago.
when they last
Yeah.
have an episode.
No, they've got episodes, just they don't have episodes with
yeah.
Sal and
Right,
and
the
Q.
JV squad, right?
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
it doesn't. I mean, Q has this other little podcast he does every once in
Right.
a while.
Every
right?
once in a while.
Yeah, exactly. Wow. All right.
What is going on with this internet just keeps dropping me, but that's okay.
So so we're in this like studio, but can
Yeah.
we hear the real story of what's
Oh,
going on? Do
why-
we have like
we are
somebody
very
owns
barren
this
right
building
now.
but doesn't own this building?
Yeah.
Let's rewind to the beginning. Mike and I got the idea to open up a podcast studio several months ago, and this space became available. It's actually next to our friend Rob Bruce's space. I don't know if you've met Rob on our TV show.
Isn't
he's
he the pop culturist?
the pop culture?
He
Yes.
is the pop culture.
On our TV show, he's known as the expert. Like if we get an item that we don't.
In my life, he's known as the pain in the ass.
Yeah.
If we get an item from, say, the 40s or 50s, like a tin toy or something that we don't know anything about, we'll call him in, and he'll, more often than not, he'll at least be able to pretend that he knows a lot about it and come up with some kind of number that we can buy or sell it at. He's had the office next door for a while. This one became open, and for a while he had this campaign where he really wanted us to rent next to him. And we found out the only reason he wanted us to do that was so he could hold poker, like underground poker games in here.
Oh,
In here?
Yes.
Well, yeah, because I went to one of the Tuesday night poker games
Yeah.
back in the day across above, but that's gone now, right? That
Well,
building is no longer-
we do that when we shoot, so those are still
But
alive
is
and well.
that's no longer set up the way it used to be, right?
No, we actually are over on this side, and it's a bigger space.
Yeah.
And it's actually a lot cooler. But
I remember a giant boat.
giant boat.
Yeah, giant, like an aircraft carrier.
Oh,
It might
yeah,
have been
yeah,
a
yeah.
G.I.
Oh, my
Joe.
God.
Yeah.
G.I.
That was
Joe,
when we had the production office 1 year across the street. Yeah.
That's what I was. Yeah.
My aircraft carrier was over there.
Yeah,
my
now
G.I.
they
Joe
don't-
aircraft
but
carrier.
oh, the
Unfortunately.
USS Flag.
Yeah, the USS flag.
Oh, look at that,
Sweet.
man.
It was. We're all about display items.
That was like if you knew the kid, or at least you could know the kid who knew the kid that had the flag.
Yeah,
you'd just be
y'all
like,
go
oh,
over.
We're going over to play over there.
I was the kid who knew the kid, and the kid was a product of divorce, so he got whatever he
Oh,
wanted.
So yeah, there you go. Dad was just trying
That
to make
lucky
up.
bastard.
It went up. Ladondo's followers went up.
How did
What
that
happened?
happen?
Refresh
Or,
that.
Yeah, how did that happen? Maybe somebody listening to us.
Son of a bitch.
What's
Well,
wrong
you got it
with you people?
wrong. You're not supposed to follow.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
Sorry,
we're
we're
having
unable to
internet
connect.
problems here.
we'll figure it out.
Yeah,
Anyways,
right on.
we got the idea to open up a podcast studio, to a separate place where we could podcast, have separate offices.
Right,
But,
partly because of a friend of ours, Todd Puma. I'm going to give him a shout out
Yeah.
because he deserves it. He's the one who said, he asked me one time, he's like, what do you really, in your heart of hearts, what would you like to do with your podcast? I said, I would love to have a podcast studio where, we're in the needs of the store where we can just do it whenever we're going to do it.
Right.
And he's like,
our own space.
let's make that happen. And so we kind of did. He was instrumental in us getting this space. So, now rented to us, doesn't actually own the building.
I love it, dude. How did that go down?
He owns the building, but he's got partners, or I'm not sure how convoluted. This story is so convoluted, and we don't know the truth. All we know is that Rob Bruce came over and said, "Here, call this number." And I'm like, "Fuck you! I'm not calling." Especially Rob Bruce comes over, sketchy-looking dude
Yeah.
to begin with, throws a number at you.
What is it, like 40-year-old ponytail?
No, that thing's gone. The Duraflame. Oh yeah. He throws it at me. I'm like, I'm not calling this guy. What are you, nuts?
Yeah, then
it's
we
like,
get-
hey, he's a private investigator. I'm like, oh, like I really need to call a private investigator? Fuck that. No way. There is absolutely no way.
Right?
I'm
Why?
calling.
What is this all about? He was very vague about it. It's like,
Yeah.
why are we calling a private investigator? Are we in trouble?
And now
Like,
you're
no.
already set up here in operation. when he
We've got the walls are beautiful. This place is looking fly.
Yeah.
Do the kids still say that? We're looking
yeah.
fly.
I don't.
Right.
Yeah.
Take it back.
I'm taking it back.
Take it back.
God damn it.
I mean, this place is our pop culture wet tree. I mean, you can still see some of the remnants
Yeah.
here.
Yeah.
There's a sign. There's a triple sign Karate Kid poster back there.
You were great
Well,
in that movie.
Thank you. I thought it was.
Amazing.
Actually, he was in Karate Kid 2.
Two.
That was chosen.
Yeah,
Yes.
I looked pretty cut then.
Yeah.
And then,
Yeah.
Fight.
Wrong!
Yeah.
You're not caught!
That's fair. That's good. That was
Did you
good.
just deliver the line? Never been attacked by a tree.
Yeah, never. Oh yeah, don't know. Never attacked. Never been
Oh,
attacked by
you know
a tree.
the grace.
Yes.
See,
Yeah.
yeah. That's,
Yeah.
That's why he needs a director like you,
You need
Dennis.
someone. You gotta
Yes.
feel it. I don't want to hear it.
So
I want to
it's-
feel it.
So it stunk. We had
Make
exactly
me cry, Ming.
exactly how we wanted in here. We had recording multiple podcasts in here. And,
Yeah.
your ultimate goal
Yeah.
was to encourage other people to podcast.
Yeah.
Where they come here, hang out, start their own podcasts, and continue them. And we're gonna still do that. It's not,
Yeah.
that dream hasn't died at all. But we had
No. As a matter of fact, we've amped it up a little bit.
Yeah,
so
but we've actually had people we didn't know come in here and encourage and got them recorded stuff with them.
That's
Yeah.
great. That's great.
which was cool. And then we get this letter in the mail, certified, saying
Get
we're to
out.
be out by the end of March.
Man.
Yeah.
And
And
we're
no,
like-
no reason.
Well, they're gonna turn this into condos or.
We had no reason on the letter; it just said you must vacate. I'm like, what the hell is this?
wanna make
So-
sure
And
that-
you didn't have a lease or anything, right? So you can't.
There
we
was
do have a we have something. We have documents.
Yeah,
but
there's documentation.
It's
but
very. We're in New Jersey. You know what?
it's renter rights in New Jersey. You can you should probably have them pay you to leave. If you know what I mean?
Oh man.
you handled this
You
all
know,
wrong, boys.
You're running a business out of here, and you throwing us out. We're
Yeah,
gonna lose thousands of dollars.
Reparations.
millions,
Yeah.
millions of
Reparations.
dollars.
Millions.
Yeah,
With an M.
Yeah, my Action Comics #1 was in here.
Yes, what's
Yeah.
going on? This is our safe house. This is
It's true. It's your safe space.
Yes.
Yeah.
Now you're getting triggered.
So we
yeah,
started doing
exactly.
digging. It's very. I mean, there's. I don't know if this is
Layers
this is-
upon layers
We know if
upon
this is
layers.
mobbed up. I can only assume because I've seen The Sopranos that the organized crime is involved. In
And this
some
is
way.
New Jersey, so we got to figure this.
Yeah, you gotta watch out. Jersey here, they'll just be like, "Okay, you guys want to stay? No problem." Next thing you know, you got a wrecking ball coming right through.
Right.
Just, we'll go. No, we'll make a door. Go ahead.
No, and it just says "fuck you" on the wrecking ball.
and so apparently the guy we thought was our landlord, I guess, sold the place years ago. But the
And he's
guys,
a crazy fuck. So yeah.
That's brilliant on
And
his part. Man.
I'm gonna start
Right?
renting
He
property.
knows that nobody's coming here, and he's just
Yeah.
collecting rent.
Right. So I guess whoever he sold to is nowhere near here. They're in, I don't know, Florida or something. And they have the deed. Now, from what we hear, they haven't fully paid what they said they were going to pay. So they have the deed, but they don't truly have ownership. And meanwhile, they didn't know. Yeah, and under their noses, the old guy, our landlord, was renting the space out still, and they had no idea.
Brilliant.
He was still collecting money off the place.
Now, from what I know about real estate property law, I learned reading the John Grisham book.
Oh, good. Yes.
But that was in Washington D.C. So
Oh, the
I
firm.
think it's almost the same thing. It wasn't the firm. It was a different John Grisham book about a lawyer.
Okay, that one.
That
yes.
one.
A Time to Kill. Yeah,
could have been
yeah,
that one,
The
but maybe it
Samuel L.
wasn't.
Jackson one.
Can
Yeah,
you
that's
do the
it.
line? Yes, they deserve to die, and I hope they burn in hell.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, so
That's
that's
terrible.
that was the
You need a
law
little more
that he
bass
learned.
in that one.
Right.
I'm more bird law myself, but that's
Bird.
just me.
Yeah. Oh, the Rainmaker, right? That one, the Matt Damon one with
No,
Claire
that
Danes?
No,
was
that
about
was insurance.
companies.
Insurance. Okay.
Whatever. Hold on.
Oh, hey, they're
yeah.
here. That's the ball.
Yeah, holy.
Party's over, boys.
Yeah. Sorry. Get out. So that's what's going on. Meanwhile, and he has this weird habit of just coming in whenever he wants.
Oh, so he's
the
local.
landlord.
He's local.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
he
You
may
ever have
come
him
up
sit
here
down?
now. No, we should. He's a crazy old man.
That's
so
come
he's-
on. That's the guy you want on the podcast.
No,
Yeah,
that's the one you want out of your
No
life
shit.
completely.
So he's still coming up. He's like, "Where are you guys going?"
Well, he
We're
can
like,
Skype in.
We're like, we're leaving. We got this letter saying we had to leave. He's like, no, pay no attention to that. You guys can stay till probably June,
May,
July,
but you're out.
May.
Yeah,
May.
we're done.
So
Yeah.
where you
But
going?
that's too scary because we've got some stuff here that it's
Yeah,
hard
you
to
have
replace.
valuable
Look at
stuff,
this stuff.
man.
Yeah,
You have an autographed Lucille Walking Dead bat. here.
yeah.
I want to hold that.
Right?
I feel
Dude,
so
I mean, we
aggressive
had-
with this thing in my
Go to
hands.
town, yeah.
So-
you feel real, don't you?
Now,
Yeah.
Can we do that scene that we did where you were
Yeah, you were really good in that scene.
Yeah,
too.
I was
Can
good.
you
The-
just
the
can you
whole
just,
eye
like,
thing?
just for the people, can you just go Maggie?
Maggie.
You're so good, man.
Good, right?
I'll find you.
Chilling.
Yeah.
Chilling.
But what was great was, Mike and I go to a lot of conventions, and
So
we started
racist.
collecting a lot of stuff. We would get stuff signed. We get, we'd take photos with
Yeah,
people.
photos with people.
And
which
then
is
we would
great.
bring them back and have
Yeah.
nowhere to put them because I have no room in my place.
Yeah, you're like
And-
creating your own, like you said, a clubhouse, like your
That's
own
exactly
like
what
new
this is.
stash.
Yeah, you're not you're building a space. You're setting a
And you had a
vibe.
dope
you-
name too. What was it? You called it the
Titans
the-
Tower
Love
or the Secret Headquarters. We've called them both because, Secret Headquarters is what Ming actually named a comic book store for a guy called the Secret Headquarters.
Yeah.
And Titans Tower, and I love the Teen Titans.
Right.
Go Teen Titans.
Go Teen Titans.
Yeah. So we were able to put all that stuff on the walls and,
And it
together in one place. It looked really cool.
It really did. It was phenomenal.
Looked pretty
So,
awesome. So, but we're gonna finish out our time here, and then we're looking for new space. So
Right on.
Bigger.
I
better.
say you do a marathon podcast. You do 24/7. You do not move until you get justice.
And money.
And I won't do it. I mean,
I'm not going to fuck with those Italians.
Yeah.
No way.
It would be fun to do like a Jerry Lewis marathon to raise funds for a new place.
Dennis is feeling bad about calling out Ladondo right now.
No, I'm fine. I'm fine. Let
Like,
Dono know it's meant with love.
Could you imagine, like, we put up we put up a GoFundMe or something, ask people to donate, and then people are like, "What the hell? These guys are on fucking TV. They're begging for money." It's all perception, like.
Who got hit with that a little while ago? Is the dude Harry Knowles?
Oh, he's
Harry
begging
Knowles.
for money?
Yeah,
Ain't
he
It
put
Cool
up
News?
a Kickstarter. He wanted to do what is it? Ain't It Cool News? Right?
He wanted to do a threesome.
Yeah, Harry Knowles.
he couldn't find women to
Him
do it.
and two people is a foursome. But he wanted to do he wanted to make a television show, and he had all these incentives. And then, I would read his talk back, and every other talk, he would write a really great article about some really good pop culture movie that just came out, and it would be like, "Where's my T-shirt, bro?"
Oh, that was the comment. Like they weren't getting their
the
rewards.
comments, and then they would have like one of the moderators would get on the show, like, "Look, we're working really hard. We're getting our incentives." Next one, dude, I was promised a visit.
Yeah,
Which is
What
getting
happened?
worse. I haven't been on Ain't It Cool News in so long. Is it still around?
Oh, my
it's
God.
still around. Ain't It Cool News? One of the first movie like rumor sites came out in
Yeah.
about '96. Been going pretty strong.
They took the word plant back because anytime anybody would write a review, and all it took was that they wrote a review about a movie that you didn't think was as good as that guy did, and that plant.
yeah.
The first five plant.
Yeah, you had a plant. But he got to a point where he befriended a lot of actors. He would get set visits.
Right.
But it got to the point where studios would fly him out to do set visits. And, of course, he was going to write glowing shit about it because they would
course.
wine and dine. He would give him all this free shit.
It's called graft, man.
Yeah.
It was big back in the 50s.
Yeah, but
okay?
since he was an independent site, there's no paywall or anything. He wrote what he wanted. So you
Right.
always had to take his reviews and stuff with a grain of salt. So
Sure.
I think one time he visited like the Godzilla Matthew Broderick set. And he's like, "This is gonna be great.
Oh, God.
They look so awesome." And
I
of course
wanted
was-
it to be so good.
we were just talking about that, and yes, I wanted it to be awesome,
I
too.
wanted it to be awesome.
But
They
it
made
was
him a
Matthew.
lady.
Yeah, I know. It was Matthew Broderick, for God's sake.
Well, no, I mean, there's nothing wrong with Matthew Broderick. I'm not going to sit here
Well, I
and
mean,
allow you
for-
to talk about Matthew Broderick.
for an
He's
Irish
a national
murderer.
treasure. Well, yeah, I mean, he did something in Ireland.
Yeah,
but
of course he
I-
killed a guy in Ireland, but other than that, he's great.
Yeah, but on the other hand, back in the day, not so much.
I like
now.
him as an actor, not a driver. You know what I mean? I'm compartmentalized.
I got you.
We've
I
all
understand
murdered
completely.
driving.
Yeah, it's just yeah, it's
it
true.
happens,
I actually do have a bunch of scorecards on the side of my car.
Death race.
Yeah,
Oh, you're a
exactly.
death race. Like
I-
you're the
me.
David Carradine.
Oh yeah, I'm a Jersey driver. Of course I am.
Road is war, man.
Yes.
Yeah, but at one point, Harry would. At one point, he did have influence. He was
Yeah.
an influencer, so people would befriend him, actors, people, or anybody who wanted.
He was a
just
big
good
name
word.
back in like 2000, up to like 2002, 2003.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I think
he had a big thing with wasn't he part of the big push to get Snakes on a Plane kind of re-edited and
probably
he was one of the people that got Samuel L. Jackson back to do reshoots so that he could add get these motherfucking snakes off my motherfucking plane.
Why? That's not in the original.
That
edit?
wasn't in the original draft. but
Really?
What happened was somebody put together like a fake trailer.
And
And
that
the
was
guy
part
did
of
a
it.
pitch perfect Samuel L. Jackson. Get these motherfucking snakes off my motherfucking plane.
and then they added it back in.
Oh my god.
And,
Really?
And then it was sort of like it was like the first big test thing. It's like, okay, can internet groundswell mean dollars for Hollywood?
And guess
it
what?
did.
Well, you have to have a good movie.
You have to have a good movie,
But you
too.
got a great line like that. It's worth every
If
penny.
there was an Oscar for perfectly titled films, Snakes on a Plane wins.
Sure. Or Black Snake Moan.
Yeah, no, I'm,
Christina Ricci. Come
yeah,
on. Black
yeah,
Snake
yeah.
Moan.
Look at this guy. Look at his big
Yeah,
smile.
yeah.
man.
All right,
She gets
all right,
down
I'll
in that.
take- I'll take
Christina Ricci in chains and Samuel L. Jackson holding
Wasn't
the dog
she
lead.
chained
What?
to a radiator in that film?
This is real.
Yeah.
Yeah, Black Snake
my
Moan.
God,
Oh
Black
yeah, yeah.
Snake
She gets
Moan?
down, man.
Can
You're
I
like,
get it on Netflix?
Yeah.
Let's just say yes.
Let's
Put
say
it on
yes.
right
How
now.
about Amazon?
We'll be back after we
if-
watch Black Snake Moan.
Mike, if you can't get it on Netflix, you can get it on Amazon.
Okay, I got both
can
of those.
guarantee you that.
Yeah. Now the point where Harry Knowles lost me, I think sometime it was 98 or 99. It was fairly early on in the Ain't It Cool News career. One time it was his birthday, and he was begging people to send him birthday presents. And he posted his address. He was like, "Send me presents. It's my birthday.
but he's
Here's
like-
my address." And I was like, "Really, dude? Like,
But like,
seriously?"
remember, he was like a wheelchair bound, you
I think
know,
he still
he's
is.
the guy that Randall was making fun of.
Yes.
Yeah,
You know, in Clerks 2, that guy, he was having the flame war with a guy in a wheelchair.
Yeah, that was him.
But he's in a wheelchair because he was so large, correct?
Well, there was a
Diabetes.
There's that, and I think he used to go to cons and sell shit.
Yeah.
And I heard he was hauling a thing, and it tipped over on him, and he broke his back or something.
Was he hauling
Stop
a fucking soda machine?
Pop culture killed.
Yeah, he was. No, he was hauling action
Too
figures
much
or
pop
something.
culture can hurt you.
Yeah,
I don't.
yeah, I
I
bet
don't
you.
know. It was something like that.
Just be careful
so.
in the stash, boys. Just be careful.
So that's what happened.
That's what I'd get him for.
Yeah.
Our friend here on Twitch, Aces Wild.
Yeah, what's up with our Twitch? We can't read nothing.
Oh, well,
Yeah,
here, this.
refresh that.
I got here. Are you guys talking to a ghost or something? Who's the fourth voice belong to? Show the secret voice.
No.
We
no.
will not.
No,
We will not.
Ming, can they see you?
Yes, they can see me.
What webcam?
Webcam, yeah. It's,
Ah.
point at it's the built-in one on here. They can see.
Right on.
Yeah.
Dennis the intern is often heard, but never
but very
seen.
rarely
Never.
seen.
Very rare. Only
You
very
know.
few have seen
Yeah,
him.
we can't even see anything.
The
you
doctor
can't
didn't even show me to my mom. You know?
She didn't want to see you anyway. You're hideous.
Oh, please.
I find you to be quite attractive.
Thank you, Michael.
Back,
Thank you, Mr. Jackson.
While you're getting on that, back just real quick, back to your doing podcasts with other people. So down at the Speakeasy where we record PBR,
Yes.
where you've all been, there was a group of, I like to call them yentas, and I don't mean that in a derogatory term, but for some reason when I say it, people get offended.
It's a little offensive.
Is it offensive?
Why?
Like, isn't yenta mean like talk, like jibber jabber? It's like it's a Yiddish term for.
But wasn't Yenta the
Can we-
Barbara
hold on.
Streisand movie?
That's Yentl.
That's Yentl.
dude. Yentl.
Yentl.
Who fucking cares?
60%.
That's
If you can
Yentl.
still go.
Isn't that the bean dish? Oh, no, that's lentil.
Yeah, exactly. Come on.
So we put we were down there. I actually wasn't there. So there was a group of people with Frankie. Frankie had some
Okay.
some of her girlfriends over.
Sure.
They're all mothers.
Right.
Right. They were having a gathering and
A Gab Fest.
They saw the table or at the Speakeasy and they were like, oh, what is this?
Yeah.
Like, what goes on here? Right. So what's the
A yenta, noun, North American, informal, a woman who is a gossip or a busybody.
right? Yes. Perfect.
I'm sorry. It is pitch perfect definition. They were having a Gab Fest.
Okay, so
they're
the-
Yentas.
Thank you, Mike.
Yentas.
So these yentas sat down at the microphones at the Speakeasy.
Matchmaker, make me a match. Yes, there we go. It's from the Yiddish, but it's Northeast, and it's beautiful.
I'm getting some spilkus.
Right.
Is it bad that I can't read that from here? The Zen librarian is what?
Wait a minute, you drove
Is
me
the
here. You
secret
can't see?
So they sat down around the microphones and they put the headphones on and
Why
they.
did you start recording?
Well, I wasn't there, so they start like mimicking and like joking around and like
Right.
making fun, I guess, of the situation.
Sure.
Then it turned into a Yenta Fest.
Wow.
Dare I say, right? So Frankie and all of her infinite wisdom, we had the computer wasn't set up, but we
Right.
have a backup.
Yeah,
Oh,
please
okay.
tell
So
me
she hit
she's
record on the
Nice.
backup.
Oh.
That's
so
awesome.
It's priceless, right?
Yeah.
So now these yentas want to do a podcast. So we came up with a name. You
That's
ready for
great.
this?
Yes.
So they're all mothers.
Okay.
They were all drinking wine.
Right.
So we're calling it Whining Moms, but spelling it
Right, with the wine.
right,
Yeah.
with the
With the
wine.
wine.
Yeah.
Oh, who
And,
doesn't love a pun?
Yeah, and we're gonna let them. We're gonna produce
Dude,
a
that's-
podcast
that's
for them. So
great.
you'll be hearing
Fantastic.
it. You'll hear
Beautiful.
it coming up pretty soon. We're gonna have after we record a couple. We're gonna have them on PBR as a guest, or
Okay.
one or two of them. Whoever turns out to be like the head of
The
it.
biggest drunk.
Yeah, right. And we'll release it and we'll let you know when it's up. But Whining
Oh, please
Moms,
do.
man, I think there's definitely a market for that kind of.
There
Oh my
is
God, of
definitely
course.
market.
That's
you know?
awesome.
Yeah. So talk about nails and periods and children. And
Right,
stuff.
but
I don't
there
know.
are other yentas out there.
Now that,
Or one of the
I
other
gotta say,
four
you-
things
You
that
crossed
women-
the line
I
right
should've
there,
just
Mike.
stopped
But
at
that's-
Yenta.
You're fine.
Or one of the other four things women talk about when we're all together.
There-
How's your period? Anybody want any wine on the kids? On my
Oh,
husband.
my husband tried to have sex with me last
Oh,
night.
he
Oh,
climbed
I
on
hate
top.
that. Why am I glad he doesn't ask me for head anymore? Good God.
Good God. You know what they say?
Yeah. So there's that.
That's great, though.
I
That
think
is
it's awesome, man.
fantastic.
Man, once
You know?
they taste wedding cake, they don't want to taste dick.
No,
Is-
I
yeah.
know.
Oh, Jesus.
I mean, we make fun, but is that any different than what we do?
Not
I mean-
at all, man. And people that would want to listen to Whining Moms probably may not want to listen to our shows. You know,
Right.
it's a
Most
totally
likely.
different demographic.
Of
Yeah.
course.
Right. We're whining dicks, I guess. So
Yeah.
yeah. I love that though.
Whining
Whining dicks.
I love that they saw the gear and they're like, "What's this for?"
You know what?
And I was
That's
like, "Hey,
organic.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
Yep.
it happened organic. So
Yeah.
that's always the benefit.
That's perfect.
so hopefully it'll happen. You know, hopefully it'll come to fruition.
happenstance.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm telling you, happenstance is what drives the world.
But I love that Mike and I, we Skyped into this mysterious, there's some kind of podcast panel.
Yeah,
It's happening up in the Meadowlands today.
Whenever somebody asks me shit, I automatically say, yeah, sure. And then I forget about it until they actually call me.
What does it say?
It says the first one says the Zen librarian is the secret voice. No.
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 The second one says, what type of tampons do you use?
Actually-
LOL, that would be a nice subject.
Yeah.
LOL.
Please reread that and
What type of tampons do you use?
no, please reread that word.
Tampones?
Tampon.
No, those are Spanish.
Oh, the Spanish ones.
That's
Yes.
the Spanish
Oh,
ones.
They're the spicy
Yeah,
ones.
they're the spicy. Yeah, they come in sriracha. It's
Oh,
wonderful.
But I think this is for
You
like
can also get the poblano pepper.
Can I sneak in a bit of a pet peeve?
Sure.
Absolutely.
Ha 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 ha.
Yeah.
Is laughing on the internet.
Yes.
LOLOLOLOL is nothing.
Okay.
No, it's la 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 la.
It's laughing out loud, out loud, out loud, out loud.
Right. It's laughing. Let's.
It's lol,
laughing.
lol, lol, lol is nothing.
And
That's
I-
a blowjob, but okay. Yeah.
Personally, if I laugh, I usually laugh out loud. I don't. It's not like a sneeze. I don't try to stifle
Really?
it. Yeah. Unless I'm at a funeral, and which I do tend to giggle at funerals.
you giggle it.
I do. It's like a nervous laughter. Like he was a dick.
Sorry, bye, Dad.
By
Yeah.
dad.
Well, no. Speaking of that, God rest his soul. Your father passed away 2 years ago.
2 years
now?
ago, yeah.
And I went to the wake.
Yes.
It's very respectful. It was kind of not upbeat, but everyone. It wasn't super like. It wasn't a huge downer.
Let's put no, it
which was
wasn't
cool.
because let's put it this way. My father was 86, and
Yeah.
he had passed away. Actually, cancer.
We all know
was-
that's your wife.
Yeah.
by the
You,
way.
absolutely.
Wonder
She should
Woman
be one
ringtone.
of. If she drank wine, she'd be in that circle.
You're not talking about my tampones, are you?
Speaking of which, I need you to pick me up some more tampones.
Somebody says I say lol, 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 lol.
Would you be happy if we used "laugh my ass off"?
Sure.
LM.
Yeah,
pretty
yeah,
average,
laughing my
yeah.
ass off would be great.
Ooh, A. Maurice is not happy with you.
That's fine.
Yeah. Whatever.
I don't.
It's a pet peeve. Hey, everyone's got pet peeves. I hate people.
Yeah. From the sound of it, A. Maurice
I hate
is a.
people.
Yeah.
Your
Yeah.
pet-
Is a
Just gonna leave
PBR
that right there.
A. Maurice is a PBR fan. it sounds
believe
like,
Yeah,
so.
I think she is too.
Much
Oh,
love.
she even
Much
better.
love.
Anyways, your dad, cool guy. Upbeat.
My dad was he was like the town doctor. He was a big guy in Monmouth County. He was like a general practitioner, just a family doctor. And when he passed away, a lot of people came, and it was very people came in to share their experiences with him. They're like, your dad. He wasn't my family doctor anymore because we moved out of the area, but we loved him, and boom.
That's cool. And people travel to come
people
pay last
actually
respects. That's
came
cool.
from like 3-4 states away.
Yeah.
And like I said, he was 86, and a lot of his contemporaries were dead already.
Yeah.
So
My grandfather used to always say that a man is judged by his funeral procession.
absolutely.
You know, so
Good
my
point.
my family when he died, everybody drove their own car. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? And it just made it that much longer.
Yeah,
you
and
know, huge
that much
Italian family.
cooler,
Yeah,
yeah.
you know, it was something he just always said.
Yeah, my question to you is: did anyone take photos at the wake, either of each other or of your father's body in his casket?
No.
Whoa,
All right.
what is that? Is that a
What?
thing?
No, that
I-
is a little weird.
I've seen that happen though, where
Like
people are-
selfies, like over.
Yeah, I joked around
funeral
taking
selfies?
selfies with his dad's dead body. I didn't do it, but I was
you know
joking
what? I
around
should
about
have
it.
done that. I'm actually kicking myself in the ass for not doing it right now. It's like I would have propped them up and been like, click. That would
Bye,
have been
Dad. Sad face emoji. Lol.
Right,
LOL.
right,
LOL.
right. See you in another life.
I love where this podcast went. It went from whining women and tampons to dead people.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I've been.
You just never know where these things are going to go.
I know, but it went there organically. So
Organic.
that's
There you
the
go. Full
thing.
circle.
Organic.
See what you did?
the flower of the podcast is in the soil of dead people and tampons.
Well, exactly. Well, again, this is New Jersey, so what do you find in the soil of New Jersey? Dead people and tampons.
Yeah, I was just wondering. I've been at funerals where people are taking pictures of each other, the dead body. I'm like, what are you gonna do with that photo of the dead body?
No, what do you do
with
National
that?
Enquirer, family albums.
Yeah.
Of course, Amy says Amy loves Derek.
Hashtag Amy loves.
Amy loves Derek.
Derek loves Derek too.
Derek
We all know
so
this.
loves
Everyone,
Derek.
everyone loves Derek,
Derek-
especially Derek.
Derek was so bent that he couldn't be here. He asked me 400 times to reschedule. I said, dude.
Oh, really? We'll do this again.
Yeah,
Dude,
we'll-
I
oh
figured
my
we'd
God.
do it again, right?
Of course.
And I was like, Derek, we don't have to do everything together. It's okay, man.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
That's perfect.
What is it
Except for it's not tempos, it's tampons.
No,
Good day,
see,
boys.
No, tempos are tampons for the active woman.
Now, okay, see you.
Why
my
aren't I
friend,
selling
you got
commercials?
A gift. You've got a gift. You should be in marketing.
I swear to God.
Not in-
Tempos for the
For the active
listen.
lady.
for the bleeding woman on the run.
knock it off.
All right.
Don't give my intern.
I'm sorry.
Yeah,
Don't
come
mean to
on,
give
man.
you.
Don't give him any
You know,
ideas.
Hey, wait a minute.
Dennis, you suck.
Oh, now things feel comfortable
I
again.
don't need him getting any ideas. You know, we generally lock him in a well.
Yeah.
But you let him out for this podcast, which is a big mistake.
It's all
Yeah.
right.
So
I like giving people.
here's my
pats
question:
on the
how are you guys doing?
Yeah, how's everything?
Doing good, man. Doing
Yeah.
good. Things are good. We're doing good.
Yeah. Well, you guys.
You,
Are,
my friend, you're about to walk down the
am.
green mile.
Yeah, man.
oh, that's right. I forgot about
Yeah,
that.
it has been a very like crazy couple months. I'm not gonna lie. I cannot wait for it to happen.
Hey, let me tell you, a guy at a wedding is just the most important guest. You're just the first most important guest.
Right.
It's all
I
about
mean,
the lady.
everyone
Yeah,
else.
no, that's cool. I just want it to be over.
Really?
Yeah, man, it's a lot. You guys went through it. You know what it's like. You know.
Yeah, we
Dennis.
did.
One day, someone
One
will
day,
hold your hand.
someone will get up there
We
with
did.
me.
So April 15th.
I don't know if they listen to these shows, but
Mr. Mike Polano will be Mr. Mike, whatever your.
Guzzo, right?
you taking her name? That's beautiful.
I am.
That is
So
lovely.
progressive. I mean, honestly, what has Polano done for you?
I'm not even
Maybe
kidding. Like I had to write out all for the band. I had to write out everything that needed to be said for announcements.
Okay, and
And-
phonetically,
Oh yeah, you know what? I didn't think about that, but it's not that hard. You know,
but
The names
people suck at
Yeah.
names. So
That's true.
To my everlasting horror, people, I've been on television, almost national television. People just fucking rip my name to shreds.
Yeah.
and I have to.
Oh,
just,
God, I've heard,
like beat
But
the
it's-
shit out of the
yours
guy
is easy.
verbally.
Zapsic is pretty.
You would
simple,
think,
right?
right?
Yeah,
Or am
you
I
would
saying
think.
it wrong?
No, you got it right.
Okay.
And congratulations. But most people like one guy called me Zip Chick. I'm
Zip
like,
Chick.
I'm like, all right, time out. All right, I know we're supposed to be talking about, and we're going live.
Yeah.
I'm like, you butchered my name
I know
like
you
a
correct.
fucking professional.
You fucking corrected him
Oh,
on
I
live
slapped
TV.
him
Dude, that
down.
was great.
I'll tell you what.
Those letters aren't even in my name.
Yeah, I know.
I'll tell you what. The hockey players, their names can get pretty crazy.
Oh,
and,
God,
and the
yes.
Rangers do not. The organization does not mess around with that. If
No.
you could have the most amazing shoot, get some great stuff, but somebody says a name wrong. You know, the wrong emphasis on the wrong syllable, and it's like.
That's the emphasis.
They
on
come
the wrong
down
syllable.
on you with both
Dude,
feet.
it's like it's brutal. They go nuts. They will fire you.
Yeah, you're out of there.
Yeah.
So get it right.
But I had to give him the whole list of everything, and you know, obviously the lovely and talented Pam was going to look it over. So I put, from when we get announced, Mr. and Mrs. Michael Guzzo. I put her name,
Okay, you're right.
which is kind of weird because that's her dad's name, Michael
Yeah.
Guzzo. But
oh, well, that's okay because
it's fine.
I married my mom, so that's fine.
what is that?
What?
What are you trying to read here?
I did it too, spelled Zapsic. Sorry, Mike.
CAPCIK. That's close enough.
You're good.
Oh, so check this out. Tell
Okay.
me what you guys think.
Okay.
Oh, I did have a question for you
Ask
guys.
away.
Because we were talking about like podcasts and whining women and doing all these other podcasts. What is your opinion on podcasts banding together and doing these networks? What do you think? How do you guys feel about this?
I think it's kind of genius.
You do think it's
I
genius?
do. We're on how many? We're on like 10 networks right
Yeah,
now.
I got this when we started. I got this crazy idea. I was like, we're just if you have a network, everyone would start a network. I'm like, if
Yeah.
you want it, take our show because it just means more people might listen to it.
Yeah, but don't they push you to do certain things inside of your show?
No, not that was our thing. We're like, we're giving it to you. Whatever you want to do, like we're not doing anything else. Take our show.
That's
Yeah.
probably the best way.
Unless
to
you're
Whatever.
unless you're gonna give us some cash, we're not gonna be doing anything else.
Yeah, my plan to take over the world was like, hey man, you can sell advertising and give us a cut, and no one's done that.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
we're not rolling in.
It's
yeah.
like you'd be worried that they're going to put like weird ads in front of your show.
Yeah,
Right.
I don't know.
Mike
I
and
mean,
Ming Show brought to you by the Nazis.
Yeah, exactly.
Nazis.
You
Did
know,
I tell you were brilliant before?
Yeah.
Mike,
You're
Mike,
even more so.
Mike, stop.
All right, okay.
Just knock it
But
off.
I don't
But
know
if
what
he
to
can
do
get
with
me
it.
in with the Aryan Nation, I'm golden now.
I don't know what to do with
Yeah.
compliments.
Yeah, it seemed, once people have the next progression, everyone's got a network now. Everyone's starting to network.
We get approached a lot to do that, and we've always decided to stand alone.
Yeah, you guys are very independent. I love that.
I thought there was something to that, to be said for that. You know what I mean?
Sure. No, I admire that. Us, we just want listeners, man.
No,
Yeah,
I mean,
we want to get our names out there. We're building a brand, and you know what? For us to have this still, you've got the speakeasy. We want to have Titans Tower, and we want to actually bring people in and start up like Podcast Central. Most people could podcast off their iPhone. I mean, it's easy enough to do, but. We were also talking about. I don't know if you heard about this. It's Warner Brothers and Sony are going to offer movies like on demand 30 days after it goes into theater. So while they are, but it's like a hefty price tag.
$30. I mean, it's not that hefty.
It's not
but
that bad. I read something. There's a company that will come in for like $30,000. They'll come in, or maybe it's even more. They'll come in. We're talking straight up theater in your house.
Yeah.
The chairs, the setup, the cameras,
right.
the lighting,
big
the whole
screen,
thing.
projector,
big screen,
4K.
projector. And $500, you get movies the day they come out in the theaters. $500 a pop.
Wow.
So this is, there's a price point set up.
Right.
Of course. We were talking about that. But it'll never, ever take the place of
the theater
experience.
Yeah.
It's like that's why we want to have our Titans Tower set up. People come in, they can podcast, and, we get big enough, we can have multiple studios, and people can actually have a dedicated studio.
I love that idea, man.
Like your speakeasy,
Yeah.
They come in, they set it up, and they're like, yeah, this is great. And, we provide the technical aspect.
We got the tools.
Yeah,
we got the talent.
You know what though? Like I would love to be
Military.
in a space like that. You know what I mean? Because that kind of space breeds ideas. It breeds connections and relationships. You know what I mean? I love that.
Then you just answered your own question about the networks. If you get to a network of like-minded people, like if we started a network and you joined us, boom,
right?
It's like that.
Take a look. There's actually a pretty good idea here to say, stay strong, people of London.
Yeah, we actually
said that yesterday, man.
Sorry. My God, that was an act of terror. Terror sucks.
You know
Those
what's crazy?
people
I was just there. Excuse me. I was just there just about a year ago in that exact spot.
Right. It could have been you.
Standing there. I went and shot the episode of Jokers, right? And if you watch that episode in the beginning, like they do the whole changing of the guard.
Right.
So it gets really crowded in that whole area, and by midday there are hundreds, if not thousands, of people there. So they were like, you got to go there at like that ass crack of dawn and get in front, so you can get all of the shots that you need to get with nobody in front of you. Well, I went there. I was literally the only person there.
Yeah, but you got what you needed.
Me and some PA, and I sat there for about 8 hours until I got what I needed to get. And I said, I've had the conversation with people saying like, one of the main things that I'm afraid of in this day and age is like I don't ever want to be like at a parade or in a crowded area where cars have access, because like the thing people are doing is driving cars into crowds of people. It's terrifying.
There's no exit.
You know what I mean?
There's no exit. There's no way to get out of that.
Yeah, you got people on either side of you.
You're just there. And I was in that exact spot. We shot all week around the London Eye, right by Big Ben, at Parliament. Like we were there the whole time, and just to see that, man, was like it kind of like hits you. It hits home.
Oh sure, absolutely.
So yeah. Our hearts are with the people of London, and thank God it wasn't worse.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it could have been.
I mean, it sucks that it happened at all. That's the thing that always gets me. It's one of those things that shouldn't happen.
No, some guy going to freaking Parliament to, say something British and just enjoy their lives. And then the guy with a car.
Yeah,
that's all it takes these days.
One guy with a really messed up attitude.
Yeah, some bad.
And there's no end in sight, man. There's no end in sight to the madness. You can't stop it
because it's easy. You just need a driver's license.
You stop. They crash planes into a building. You stop that. You tighten up on security. They, guns, firearms, explosive. You can tighten up on that. But cars, you
had
can't.
A car and a knife.
You can't stop it.
No.
What are you gonna do?
And that's what they said that the ISIS is telling people: go as low tech as you can. Go with knives. Go with whatever you can get your hands on. Don't go with anything.
It's like a prison riot now, man. Everyone's got shivs and shit.
That's exactly it. And I mean, how do you fight that? You know what you got to do? You got to stand strong and
live.
Just
You got to show it doesn't work. That's it. You got to You take your lump.
Yeah.
You try to fight it back. You get better intelligence, and you just keep
That
calm and carry on.
Yeah, intelligence can't stop that.
Don't let him win, Mike. Don't let him win,
I
Mike.
don't, man. Screw that.
Don't.
Are we canceling our trip to Scotland?
Hell
Fuck
no. No.
Absolutely not.
Mike
We're
and I are going
Scotland.
to Scotland. We're going to
When
invite
you
you. April, 3 weeks. Within 3 weeks, dude.
Yeah.
Nice. Where are you going?
Edinburgh.
Edinburgh.
Nice.
I'm actually.
Are you going for a con or something?
Yeah.
We're going to a con, but I'm taking my family. We're going to go a little bit early.
very cool,
We're
man.
going up to Inverness, going to see Loch Ness. I'm going
Nice.
to capture that monster. So
what she
how awesome
said.
would that be if I came back here?
Did you tell me you're going for 10 days?
Going for 10 days.
Holy crap. All right, that's a
Yeah.
long time.
Can you
How long
imagine?
are you going for?
Like,
I'm
think
going for
about it.
like a week.
You're
Little
just
under-
some guy from Jersey, I got a nice TV show, a couple podcasts, and you come home with Loch Ness monster.
I've got
know,
the
yeah.
fucking
you got
head.
Nessie. Like, I don't
got-
this wasn't so tough.
You get your own show.
What's up, bitches?
I got. And by the way, I found this piece of paper explains exactly what
Yo,
Stonehenge is.
spin off of Comic Book Man.
Oh, if you do that, I
Figured that out.
I don't just want to see that. I want to see, like, look what I got. And you pull the head out of a
Yeah.
bag. It'd be pretty big, I imagine. So, like you could wear like a Chinese
like maybe a
bag.
hockey
Like from the
bag.
original Clash of the Titans.
Yeah.
Right when he holds up.
Everybody turns to stone and be
Pull the
fucking
head.
dead.
It's like, what the fuck?
Dude,
How was your trip to Scotland? Great culture. Really got to know the people. I killed the Loch Ness monster.
I mean, can't you guys spin this off? Mike and Ming,
Monster Hunters.
monster hunters.
Yeah.
That'd be great. Yeah.
Right, just travel the world.
I think they
man.
call that supernatural, but whatever.
No, but, it
But
would
like
be
in real life.
No, you make it like comedic reality. You know?
No, the guys in Supernatural are badasses. We'd be in it as inept as the Frog Brothers.
Yes,
that'd be
right.
awesome.
And you
That
stumble
would be-
upon it like Scooby Doo.
Yeah.
we have to call in Rob Bruce every once in a while.
It's Old
Yes,
Man
he's the Old Man
Withers.
Withers. I would have got away for it too if it wasn't for you pesky.
Yeah.
bugs.
So you meddling comic book men.
like Rob. What are you doing here?
Like, what are you doing for 10 days though? So you're in Inverness. You're going to Loch Ness.
Going to Inverness, we're gonna drive around.
I know, but is there like a tour where you can go on a boat and try to find the monsters or anything like that, like a Monster Hunter tour?
I was gonna get scuba equipment and some
Just gonna
sonar.
get down there with a
No, I
harpoon
mean,
and a snorkel.
Exactly.
Gonna go to work.
I imagine there's some enterprising Scotsman who was like, "Hey,
Exactly.
jump on a boat for 3 hours."
Hey, for $200.
you could see him.
I got Robert
I'll get
Shaw.
you the head. I'll get you the fin. I'll get you the whole damn monster.
Yeah. Like, or do you just plan
Got
to
eyes,
drive
dead
around
eyes, black eyes, like doll's eyes.
the USS
That'd be
Indianapolis? Like,
great.
You're not gonna do anything about this until the Loch Ness monster crawls out of the sea and bites you in the bare ass.
I am not taking that man with me. I hate Richard Dreyfuss.
I mean, do you just plan to drive around the loch and?
Yeah, I'm planning on driving across the loch.
Okay.
Man.
Do you
Gonna
hate-
get one of them duck cars?
You hate Richard Dreyfuss as an actor or because you know him in something?
No. I heard this really horrible story about Richard Dreyfuss, and I don't hate him. I just think that this is
Okay.
I think that's
because
the
I
story.
love him as an actor.
I think
So
it's
what-
so funny that this happened. I have a friend who works over at Jackson. His best friend was standing online. He went paid money to I forget what it was, but he won something in it was for charity, and he paid like $200 to stand in line for 8 hours waiting for Richard Dreyfuss. So he's got a "What About Bob" poster,
Oh,
and he
keep sailing, Bob.
Yes, he gives him a "What about," and he takes the poster and pushes it away and says, "I will not sign that poster with a picture of that man on it."
Oh, he does?
He hated Bill Murray.
No,
Hates Bill Murray.
Bill effing Murray.
I know, and I happen to love Bill Murray.
It's like the patron saint of chilling out.
He's the patron
yeah,
saint.
I
of-
wonder what happened. Do we
He's
know
the
story?
patron saint of wise asses. Yeah, he was Bill Murray on set. And Richard Dreyfuss is
He didn't
very,
like that.
very
Too serious for that.
regimented.
Yeah.
Very, I want everything done this way, and this is how it's going to be done. And
I heard a story about Bill Murray that apparently he doesn't have like an agent or any
He
manager.
doesn't.
No.
He just call his phone number.
call-
you
you
call
leave a
an
message.
800 number, and he'll get back to you. I
If
would
he
love
likes
to
it.
call that for Comic Book Man. I'd love to have Bill Murray on. He's perfect.
If he likes it, get him to sign a
Yeah,
ghost.
no management, man. If he digs the idea, he'll call you back.
And to be honest with you, if Bill Murray came on set, I'd ask him to sign a Jaws poster for me.
Shaw's post right
He'll
under
be like,
behind his-
I won't sign any posters with that man on it. It's like, no, that's a fucking shark. That's not a man.
There's a
Who
story.
directed What About Bob?
That was Frank Oz, I believe, wasn't
Frank
it?
Oz, all right, it wasn't like Harold.
Can you
Ramis or
can you
something?
check?
I-
No, I
absolutely.
think
Only
it
if there
was
was a device.
Bill Murray
if-
rocks.
oh,
yes,
if
yes,
only.
he does.
Bill Murray
As
does
Wizik
rock. Fuck yeah.
375.
What about Bob director is
Is Frank Oz.
Frank Oz? I was right.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's good. That's good. Impressive.
So yes, the man with his hand up, Miss Piggy's ass, directed those two. And I heard something about him. He was directing De Niro and Marlon Brando. And
In
Brando
what?
would what was can you
The score.
the
Oh,
score.
the score.
Okay.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
he
yeah.
would not take any direction from it, and it's like, I'm not taking any direction from that.
I want to sandwich.
Kept calling him Miss Piggy.
Kept calling him Miss
Yeah,
Piggy,
kept calling him Miss
and he
Piggy.
would only take so Frank Oz had to go through De Niro to direct him because Marlon Brando thought of De Niro as a peer.
Yeah, and
He thought of Frank Oz as a guy with his hand up a frog's ass.
but the stories about Brando too, like
I'm sorry, a pig's ass.
pig's
Because
ass.
I'm talking about Jim Henson.
when he
Poor
had
Jim.
I think there's a scene you can see where in the Godfather where Robert Duvall is standing there and he's got he's standing there at attention, and literally Brando is reading the words off of
the
his chest,
stomach?
off the stomach because he didn't learn his lines.
No,
He
yeah.
wouldn't learn his lines, and then you have to watch the documentary Into the Heart of Darkness, I think it is.
Oh, about Apocalypse Now?
Yeah.
No, not about Apocalypse Now. I don't know what it's called then. It's Island of Dr. Moreau.
Oh yeah.
I don't know what that one's called. It's not Into the Heart of
Yeah.
Darkness because that is the one about Apocalypse
Yeah.
Now.
Right.
It's just craziness. The reason why Brando was wearing that ice bucket on his head, is because he wanted to be a dolphin. That's where he was hiding a blowhole. I swear to God, it's
Wow.
madness.
He got paid $6 million in 1978 to be Jor-El in Superman.
Yeah.
And
He was
he-
in it for a total of how long?
He was in it for a total of, I think, 2 minutes of screen time or 3 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
And he used cue cards, and he didn't want his face on there. He said, why don't we make Jor-El a toaster oven? Or perhaps a refrigerator? Because he said, no one knows what these Kryptonians look like. So it's like, what the fuck are you talking about, Brando?
Wow.
This is what I do.
Brando
Oh, there you go,
toaster.
toaster.
Brand of toaster or Brando toaster. Did
he really say that?
He said, why don't we have him as a toaster or a refrigerator? Or, hey, whatever.
Let's see.
See if anything comes up here.
Marlon Brando
As
wants
a
to play Jor-El as
bagel.
a bagel.
Oh,
bagel.
Well, bagel, I was close.
You're still in the carb family.
yeah.
I think you're still good.
Well, a bagel goes in a toaster, so
Yeah.
perhaps. Like
Or
a
a-
green suitcase.
Yes. Wow. All right. I like it. I like
So
it. a
yeah,
lot.
he's and of course they're pimping core eggs right there. Of
course.
So why not?
So, Mike, are you in the market for a gun?
I've got my permit to buy. Permit to buy.
Do you have it on you?
I don't.
Oh, you don't care. You don't carry
No,
it
I
with
don't
you.
carry it.
It's not like a card.
It is a card
It's a
for
card.
a handgun.
Yeah.
Actually, for a long gun, for both, I think.
Handguns.
But you don't carry
and a long gun.
You don't carry it with you. It's short to like chicks
no, because
and
if
shit.
you can't, if you lose it, it's difficult.
Yeah,
to
it's
get.
a bitch to get back.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, I'm approved for 2 guns. I have not
You,
purchased
you only
one.
have 6 months to buy them.
Yeah, I know. Well, actually, they said 90 days.
Oh,
Whoa,
So,
your window's closing.
My
dude.
window is closing.
Wow.
Perhaps it is.
well, why are you waiting?
Actually, because I'm waiting for my wife because she also went to get her thing,
Oh, okay.
and we're gonna take a safety course before we buy.
Do you know what you're gonna buy?
I'm
and then
thinking maybe a Glock.
second question: when are we going to the range?
That's it. When I get my gun, we're going to the range.
All right, man. I'll
and I'm
take
going
it.
with Ming too.
All right, let's go.
Yeah, I
you
love
guys,
the
you've
range.
never been?
I've never been.
All right. So, as a matter of fact, you guys have met my father, Gordon. My
We
stepfather,
did.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
He's a retired officer. So,
Oh, great.
he
Oh,
would
so we
be-
can go to the one
he
in,
would- well, we went to Sure Shot in,
Yeah,
in Lakewood.
that's the one I think we have a Groupon too. I bought a Groupon for Christmas.
He's great to go with for your first time, and
Okay.
I'd love to go as well. And because he will, you feel safe because you're
Right.
with a cop.
Sure.
Okay,
And they
cool.
walk you through all of the
Safety,
things that you
yeah.
need to know in the range. Because I got to be honest, when you first go to the range, you're going to be intimidated.
Of course.
And no bullshit, it's kind of scary because
Well, everyone's got a gun.
Everybody's got a loaded weapon.
Everyone's got a gun, and
You know
they
what I mean?
could, turn around and like, hey, bam.
Well, it happened there at Sure Shot. Not
What?
tonight.
Somebody
Yeah.
got shot?
Google it. Sure Shot Lakewood
No way.
shooting. Yeah, man.
Dead?
Actually, that's
Killed
what
a
I'm.
bunch of people and then himself.
Oh,
The shore shot, like in shore.
Yeah, as in like Jersey Shore.
And he's got Groupon pops up. Nice.
I love how Jersey Shore reviews was one of them, and then
Oh my God.
Oh, here we
okay.
go. Oh, Man Fairley shoots self.
okay, but let's see. 60%.
might have taken
man.
some people out,
Come on,
yeah.
have you ever known me to get a story 100%
One
accurate?
person
do this like a news guy?
Yeah, let's see if
One
Dennis.
person is
da-da-da-da-da.
dead from a gunshot wound at the Sure Shot pistol range, authorities said. Police were called
Oh,
around
another was
2:50.
critically injured a week later.
Oh,
and
wow.
Another self-inflicted.
Yeah.
These are both self-inflicted? Well, I guess if you're not
Well,
safe, like
if you're an
whoops.
idiot, you could listen. If you're
Wow.
not paying attention, you're not careful. You could definitely shoot yourself or someone else.
Right. So, wow.
So I'm in. Let's go.
How tight
hell
are they
yeah.
about safety there?
Very tight.
Okay.
There's a range master who does not play, and he has a gun on his hip, and he's walking back and forth, and he'll help you.
That's cool.
That's the one place you don't want
Or
this
he'll
silly
help you
guy.
out of this life.
That-
so.
Yes.
I went to this range in Ohio. It was like a free for all. There was no one there. There was no like.
It was like Caddyshack with guns.
It was
You
like
know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna tape the Uzi trigger down and just throw it down range.
I went in. They pushed over. It was a little laminated menu with all the guns you could
Yeah.
rent. I picked out the one I wanted. I bought ammo. They gave me like safety glasses and hearing protection. They're like, all right, range 3, and I went
Outside?
It was inside.
Okay.
I went in and I'm like, and there was no supervision. Or
It
anything.
was outside in a school zone.
Oh, I
go
think-
ahead. That's fine.
I
I
think
know, I saw it too.
I
I wasn't
think-
gonna make a comment, but
I-
maybe I will.
I think their only rule was
The
I
answer
bought-
to your question is no.
No, it's not Joe Rogan.
That's not Joe Rogan.
But it might
He's
as
wild.
It might as well be.
Right?
He's better
I'm
than
the-
Joe Rogan.
I'm the unsuccessful Joe Rogan.
Oh, if we only had those numbers.
You
It's
know
like
what I
that movie
mean?
Sliding
don't
Doors.
we-
You're one Joe Rogan, he's the other.
I mean, down to commentating cage fighting.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
it's the parallel life I live to this man is unbelievable.
Yeah.
And we are not financially.
Then there
even
was that time you worked in the
remotely
newsroom.
Yeah. Yeah.
in the
Right. I was a
newsroom?
janitor in the newsroom. you know
Yeah.
that?
Yeah, that's
For Joe Rogan.
keep grinding, my friend.
Yeah.
Keep grinding. So,
When
but yeah,
one Rogan falls,
I am-
another must take its place.
Hey, do we have a Lodondo update?
Oh, let's go.
Oh yeah.
the Chris
I would
Lodondo-
love a Chris
I,
Lodondo update. For those just joining us, Chris Lodondo needs to
unfollowed.
lose Twitter followers.
We need to unfollow Chris Lodondo
Yes.
and the.
Oh, he gained-
Whoa, he
he
gained
gained
one. Another
He's
follower.
big.
What's
Wrong
wrong
with
with
you
you
people?
people?
The
You guys are-
backlash.
Are you guys not listening?
Please unfollow Chris _Lodondo.
Yes, please.
It's a sad day.
It's a sad. It
It
is.
is. It's a sad day.
It is
Wow.
sad. It is
So
sad. So we would love to go with you.
yeah,
to the
man,
range,
I have a
dude.
357 Magnum,
Wow.
which
are
I
you-
love. Which
Oh man,
yeah.
are you feeling lucky, punk?
Dude,
Nice.
it's a 4-inch barrel too, so it has it's right in the middle, and it definitely has some oomph to
Sure.
it. You know what I mean? And
Little
you can
kick.
shoot larger rounds out of it as
Sure.
well. And then I have two shotguns. One is a Benelli 12 gauge,
Right.
which you can shoot at short shot, but you have to shoot like a range round, and it's a slug. So
Okay.
when that comes, and that
There's
thing
no
comes out,
spray then.
no spray because it's dangerous inside.
Right.
It's just a one ball. But when that thing kicks, it's
Nice,
like
man.
it's intimidating.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Have you ever shot a shotgun?
I have, yes.
Yeah, so you get it. It's like you can take a shoulder off if you don't do it.
Oh
right.
sure, yeah.
You know?
You place it. You don't place it hard enough against your shoulder, the butt. Yeah.
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 So-
Did you ever see there's like video clip? I think some people are shooting like an elephant gun, and it's just the thing is so loaded with powder. The guy sets up and the gun fires and it knocks people over backwards. It's the funniest thing.
Oh, just off their feet.
off their feet,
great.
out of their chairs. It's ridiculous.
What the hell are they doing sitting down? What's wrong with them?
Because I think the guy said, "You want to fire this gun?" He's like, "Yeah, but I've seen what happens. Let me sit down." The guy did. They still
work.
pushed him out of his chair.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
and
not
he had
smart.
that thing tucked.
So you're gonna get a Glock 9mm.
I'm thinking, yeah.
Okay, what you get? You're getting 2 though, right? So what's
Yeah.
your second gun gonna be?
I don't know.
The Uzi
I don't-
9.
What's the purpose?
Uzi,
Zombie
Yeah, yeah.
home defense. Okay.
Home defense and zombie apocalypse.
Can
Slash
you-
zombie apocalypse.
Can you pull this up? Taurus.
laser pulse rifle with 40-watt range.
It is called
Just what you see,
Was
pal.
it Taurus?
no Taurus, like as in the bull.
Ford
But
Taurus.
it's
Okay.
called the Judge. Just write the Judge. Now you talking about home defense. This gun that you're looking at right here is a snub nose pistol. I think it's a 5-shot if I'm not mistaken. Now the brilliance of this thing is it shoots, I believe, a 45 caliber bullet or a 410 shotgun shell.
No
So
shit.
look how it fits in the guy's
Oh,
hand.
here
right?
it is,
Wow.
right here. This is
Yeah.
there it is.
There you go.
That looks lovely.
Wow, that wasn't even 60%.
Yeah, you got that right
Man.
on.
So the whole theory behind this is you put this in your nightstand, right? You load it with the first 2 rounds with the shotgun shell.
Right.
The other 3 rounds, you load with the
slugs.
bullet, right?
Right.
So the whole theory is you wake up, you pull out of the thing, you just fire if somebody's coming in because it's
Scatter
just-
shot, right?
So the first 2 are spray, and then you can aim.
Oh, nice.
Kind of brilliant, right?
Yeah, it's like 3 on a match.
So that's like the ultimate, home
defense? Yeah.
Oh,
The
3
Mike
on a
and Ming
match,
Show,
like you're
brought
gonna
to
get-
you by the Second Amendment.
Exactly. I love this.
like 3 on a match, like you're gonna get shot by a sniper.
Actually, it might because
You know that's where that comes. Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah,
like
that's
you never
the German
light,
thing, yeah.
Yeah, never light 3 cigarettes from one match because
Yeah.
the sniper has time to take.
Ready,
Good
aim,
pull,
fire.
yeah. But
Yeah,
I,
no,
I thought
tell-
I almost.
Tell them the story.
So I get a phone call from my wife.
You've experienced sniper fire? What?
Oh, wait.
You have to
wait.
listen to the story.
Oh my God.
Hear him out.
It's a Friday afternoon, and I get a phone call from my wife. She said, "I need you to go home with the kids." Now I got a 14-year-old who comes home, and he comes home with his 11-year-old brother, about the same age I was when I first started going home. They're home for like 2 hours, and they're gonna have guns in the house, so don't go to my house, fuckers. So anyway, I said, "Why? What's up?" And she said, "Well, Daniel just found a bullet on the floor
Inside the house?
inside the house, and there's someone shot through our window."
No, come on, for real?
Yeah, I live in Long Branch, but I live in a really nice section of Long Branch. So I'm like, no fucking way. And she's like, yeah. And when you get home, I told them not to touch anything. Just call the police.
Window's broken.
Window is broken.
Hole?
Got
yeah.
the hole, yeah.
There's a
Full of
hole. So I go home. I get stopped by the cops because they see me on the phone. I'm like, look, I'm on my way to my house. Somebody just shot through my back window. And the guy's like, all right. And he called the Long Branch police before I did to make sure that I wasn't bullshitting him. So there was a slug on my floor, a .357 slug.
So it's a handgun,
Yeah.
and that's fairly close range then.
Actually, no, because it wasn't embedded. It had bounced off my my staircase. It went through the window, double paned, it bounced off the wall into my my stairwell and bounced onto the floor.
Jesus Christ.
So I'm like, holy shit! And there's a bullet hole in one of my stair risers. So I'm like, holy shit! I come in, I'm like, this is fucked up. And I go out in my backyard. I'm like, come on, motherfucker! And I'm like, looking
you're
around.
like fucking
And I'm
Gus Fring.
I'm like, you son of a
You're
bitch,
fucking
move.
Gus Fring from
yeah.
Breaking
Yeah,
Bad.
just
Like,
shoot me right
come
here.
on.
I'm like, yeah,
Come on.
you fucking pussies.
It's not quite, Brendan Fraser in School Ties. I mean, that
No.
guy was just calling people out to punch him. You're like, come on, shoot me!
Yeah.
And I was looking around for where the fuck this thing could have come from, and there are a couple neighbors in my back in the vicinity. I'm like, I know where it came from, and it came from this one house. And I found out that like a shitload of my neighbors have gun permits. Mm-hmm. And
Oh, they're just getting cute in the backyard?
yeah, somebody
Playing cowboy?
was actually, or it could have been a misfire. It could have been, they were cleaning their gun and fucked up and shot through my my window. But I'm like, God damn it! And we had 3 sets of forensic guys. One guy comes in, he's like, it's a .357. I'm like, you can just tell that. He's like, trust me. He's like, I'm 60%, 100% of the time. I said, all right.
Yeah, it's a bullet.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
Looks like a gun did this. Like, yeah.
Thank you. I was thinking gun or blow dart. I'm not sure,
Looks
but
like this could be a gun.
Now, did anybody report like gunfire?
nobody reported it. But my next door neighbor, their daughter heard like 2 shots, and she thought it was backfire.
Oh.
So nobody was in the house at the time. It was like 9 o'clock in the morning, and nobody was there until 3 until they got home. So, but
It's
it
like
scared the
something
shit
happened
out
from
of
the
me.
fucking grassy knoll.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Back into the left, Mike.
that's one magic loogie.
Yeah.
So yeah, so after that I was just like, hey, can we speed up my my process for getting a handgun, please? I want to
Well,
return
the problem
fire.
is the problem is that's not going to help you from
No,
being
of course
shot.
not.
But you could shoot the bullet out of the air like a dead shot or something.
Yeah, but
I
that's
think
a
I
sick,
could.
Yeah, well, why not?
That's a sick option, and if I'm not mistaken, it comes in pink.
That is awesome.
Oh,
Thank
there
you.
it is in pink, right there.
Oh,
Is
beautiful.
that pink?
I can accessorize with it.
It's great for a woman. Like women like it because
It's pink.
it's pink.
You know. Because
like,
I think
like
the guy,
tampons.
What? Just for the record, do you know the cost on this thing?
That firearm, if I had to just guess before you Google it, there you go, the pink. I'm gonna say that probably runs around $500-600.
All right,
Okay.
not bad.
Am I right? What is
Not
that?
a bad. I can't read the price on here, but not a bad price.
You could
point.
probably just click the shop button
right.
Yeah, go to shopping.
right there. Right? Yeah.
I
Shopping.
could do that. I could.
You
do
could.
That.
You're not going to.
I could do that. This is on Pinterest, so I have no idea.
it's on my pin board and
It's on my
guns.
pin
Just
board.
pin
Yeah.
the Taurus.
I like to take all my guns and put them in a shadow box.
Wow. So when you bring it in, I want to see this thing.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Please, not
It's
loaded.
a shooter emporium, of course.
Please don't do it.
I will
Bring it
not be a
unloaded.
moron.
Now and then get yourself a nice safe and
Gun safe.
Oh yeah, we're gonna get a biometric.
which becomes such an issue.
Of course.
I don't want to like say too much because God forbid somebody listening wants to attack my house.
Wants to
or
go
wreck-
heels?
So I don't want to say where all of my stuff is, but to have it accessible as a home defense weapon, as I said with the Taurus, where you would put it in your
that's
nightstand,
kind of the
is
point.
not. Yeah, it's the point, but it's so not safe.
No,
You
it's
know
not
what I mean?
safe at all.
So you want to have like a gun safe, but then if you have to get to the gun safe to get the gun,
It's
like
a
what's
pain
the
in the
point of
ass,
having
yeah.
the gun unless zombie apocalypse? Then it's okay.
Then you got
Yeah,
all the time.
You got time.
Stay right there. Hold on. 34 left. You kill your
Right.
mother. You're
Hold
dead.
on, I'm gonna fuck you
42,
up.
Right.
when I-
Then you got to load the thing.
yeah.
Bill Burr
Yeah,
has a
they'll
bit
shake
about
it.
like how he wanted a 22 instead of like a 357. He's like, yeah, I took one shot. This is why I want that because now it's dark. Somebody's in there. You don't know. You can't see. You don't have all of a sudden you take your shot with your 357. Bang. Ooh.
Yeah, he says the joke is that he's like anybody who shoots at the gun range with their headsets on, their ear protection's a pussy.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
you're-
You know what I mean? Because you fire that first one, and that's actually what Gordon made me do the first time at the range. He's like, fire your first shot with your no ear protection, because you need to know
What it's
that's
gonna be
And
like,
he's
yeah.
right. You fire that off.
Yeah, your
and
ears
it
are
hurts.
ringing.
Bang!
Yeah.
Your ears are
It really
ringing for
is
a
like-
week,
yeah,
man.
Yeah, I went to a gun range once for a bachelor party, and I just went to adjust my ear set, just like a second, to get a little air in there.
Right.
And I just, for 1 second, just when a shot went off, and it like you felt it. It hurt.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it pops your ears.
Yeah, it definitely sucks. So, but yeah, I wanna see that gun though when you get it. Oh, and
Yes.
there's a safe on one end of the spectrum. On the other end, I just read a story today where some idiot mothers let their two-year-old play with their loaded gun.
No.
Court shot her 9-year-old. It's dead. And I'm like, what the hell are you thinking?
People.
Yeah, that's
You're
crazy.
literally.
No, do not do that.
And she admitted to letting the kid play with the unloaded gun before. And of course, you got to pull the trigger. Even if
It's
you're
not
2.
hard. It's not hard.
No, it's
No.
naturally you're going to pull the trigger.
No,
so-
gun safety is paramount. We're gonna teach the kids,
to teach 'em.
especially. Oh,
If you're gonna have guns, you have to teach them.
You have to. They have to have respect.
What is it going to be like this? Like, guns don't kill people.
Mike Zapsik does.
That kills people.
Well, someone
Neighbors
told
of
me
Long
it's
Branch,
like once
too.
you decide to pull the trigger, you're now responsible for everything that happens after that bullet leaves the gun until it comes to a stop.
Right.
You're responsible for everything that happens after that.
Johnny Dangerously had a famous line, right? This one goes through the barn and the guy behind the barn and the truck behind the guy behind the barn.
And the tree behind the guy behind the truck behind the. Yeah.
This one shoots through schools.
If I'm not mistaken,
The tree outside.
did Ming, did you come down with Ebola AIDS?
I
got a little case of the Ebola
I got a
AIDS?
shitty car. It's from a con 2 weeks
Ebola
ago.
AIDS, yeah.
Ebola AIDS?
He has super AIDS, just like Sal.
I blame. I didn't drink enough bourbon in Lexington to kill all the germs.
Yes, you did.
And,
yes, you did, Ming. Yes,
Yeah,
you
well, what
did.
happened? We're in this kind of Lexington bourbon country, right?
Yeah.
And the year before we were there, I joked around about people bringing us bourbon, and they did. So we had this whole pile of bourbon on our con table, and we started handing out shots. So bourbon's flowing 3 days all weekend.
Hold on. You got to tell the story right, Ming. If you're going to tell it.
Okay.
Not only was he given bathroom.
Bathroom.
Go for it.
Not only was he
Go for it.
given.
It's in there?
Yeah, go for it.
Not only
me?
was he given bourbon, he was given bourbon by the
There's no key. Just no camera. Oh,
by the
there.
chairman of the Bourbon Council. So the chairman of the Bourbon Council brings a
Flip the light
box,
down.
Yeah.
Flip the light down.
like
Don't
a
neglect it. There you go.
full liquor box of bourbon. He's like, Ming, take 4 bottles. So Ming takes
Good shit. Woodford double oak.
That's what you brought
yeah.
us. Yeah.
yeah.
Thank
So-
you very much.
You're welcome.
Yeah, good stuff.
Angels
So-
Envy.
Yeah. So we got blasted. That was last
He
year.
did. I don't drink, so
This
it's-
year, same thing. My friend Jason brings me 4 bottles of Angel's Envy. So I came up with this deal: buy an autograph, get a shot. It's a good deal. And I did it. I did because we did it last year. I did it because I like drinking bourbon. I did
Did
it.
you do a shot with everybody who bought a shot?
I tried to. Yeah.
Come on.
I tried to. I did it. Definitely did it last year, and I learned my mistake.
Yeah.
This year I did little not even 1 ounce pours.
his last year mistake was he started at 11.
Yeah, and we
the
went till
con
7,
till
8.
till 8.
Yeah, I did it for 8
And
hours.
then he had to go up and drink on.
We did this panel where we had to
That
drink
was good.
more. It was crazy.
Yeah.
You guys have Fight Club soap in there. This place, every piece of this
I'm
place
telling
is
you.
decked out.
I'm telling you. Yeah, we don't mess
You
around.
don't fuck
here.
around.
Pretty cool, man.
Yeah, we don't mess around. So yeah, this year I wanted to do the same thing. I figured out supporting the lifeblood of Kentucky, which is bourbon, all that. But I got shut down this year.
He got shut down by the con promoter.
Well, the con
Why
promoter.
were people getting like belligerently drunk?
No.
The con promoter got talking to by the sales director of the convention center. They were selling bourbon and
So you
liquor
were
at the
competing,
center.
yeah.
They felt that I was competing, and
Yeah.
they were so first they're sort of nice about it. They're like, hey, could you please ask the comic book man to please stop handing out free bourbon?
To 12-year-olds.
And I was like, all right. So I pulled all the bottles I had open. So I left the sealed ones up just as a display, and then they came back like, could you take those off as well? I'm like,
Oh man.
all right. So
You should have just bought a bottle from them and been just to throw it in their
I
face
should've.
and then gave that away.
I should have at their ridiculous markup, but yes. So there was a curtain, so I had a bottle behind there that I was giving out to friends and family. But apparently the sales director came over. I didn't know what he looked like. He came over and watched me.
Did he
And
throw
I
you
got-
out?
I didn't hear about. You
yeah.
got busted?
So again, this is the third time, and the promoter comes over. He's like, "Yo, sales director's standing right there when you did that." I'm like, "Thanks for the heads up, first
Yeah.
of all." And two,
Well, he's like, I did tell you to stop
he did.
fucking giving
He
it
did
away.
tell me to
You
stop.
know,
It's not his
that
fault,
this
but-
dude is somewhere going right now. That Ming Chen, I met him once. What a dick.
Yeah.
That's the
Right?
story.
Like that's totally going around, right?
Yeah, probably. Yeah, he wouldn't stop drinking.
Nicest dude on the planet, and this one asshole out there is like, yeah.
Yeah.
You don't know the Ming I know.
So after that, in the comp promoter Jared's a friend of ours, so I didn't want to get him in trouble. I didn't want anyone to get kicked out, so I stopped after that. So
Yeah.
it took three
Three
strikes.
Three strikes.
3 strikes and I was out. But I figured, I was like, man, I'm supporting the economy here. I'm, all that. We're having
Not really. You're giving free booze away,
Yeah, but
whatever.
those bottles were bought in Kentucky
That's
and
true.
manufactured in Louisville, Kentucky.
That's
so,
true.
So anyway, but ultimately, I don't want to get anyone in trouble. So will we try it next year? Absolutely. Until we get shut down.
Flask,
so.
man. You get yourself a
Yeah, flask.
One of those ski bladders.
Flask, red solo cup mixers. Yeah.
fucking Camelback. Get the hose.
Oh
right
yeah,
there.
I'll just put it into.
Filling up a camel bag with vodka.
I'll put
Why
the
not?
bourbon in an apple juice
There you go.
bottle.
Until some
Oh,
kids
yeah.
start stumbling around and you're like, what happened to my bourbon?
Or I should probably.
I want more binky, mommy.
Mommy.
Or yeah, iced tea would
Lunchtime.
be iced tea would be closer, right? Iced tea would be closer
Yep.
to color. Okay, iced tea
Yeah.
is what we're doing.
Go with
next
iced
year.
tea.
Probably should
like
have
it.
said that publicly. But,
Yeah.
hey.
Lemonade.
Go with iced tea.
Yeah.
Let's go.
I
with it.
thought of talk about marketing. You want to make Dennis your marketer. Why has there not been a second iced tea commercial? Iced tea, lemonade. Look at the sign.
Right.
Right? Why hasn't there been one with
Delicious.
Iced Tea's wife, where the kids are selling the coffee?
cocoa?
Coffee,
Yeah.
right?
Cocoa? Yeah.
Coffee. The sign says coffee,
Yeah.
cocoa.
I'm
Right?
sure they're working on it.
Come on,
I'm sure
what-
they're
let's
working
go.
on it.
Strike while the iron's hot.
You're good, man. You're
I'm no Dennis
good.
the intern.
No,
but hey.
of
Oh,
course
Working
not.
on
of
it.
course.
You
No
are.
one's saying
Can we
that.
can we talk about your upcoming milestone?
Oh,
Yeah, actually, because there's a lot to talk about.
All right. By the way, I voted.
You did. Thank you.
I'll buy me a ticket.
Nice.
Damn it.
So,
Were we at 13%? No, thank you. Last time I
All right,
checked.
so-
15% eat a dick.
What a
is
group
what
of
it is.
dicks.
Yeah.
I
So
know.
basically, what's going on?
all right, so I put out the tweet on social media. We're thinking of doing a live podcast in Asbury Park to celebrate our 100th episode.
That's great.
Something special.
Let's
50
do it.
seats, intimate thoughts.
That's great. Let's do it.
I want a ticket, 76%. No thanks, dude, 11%. You can all fuck yourself. And maybe 13. I respect the maybes.
Yeah,
maybe.
You know what I mean? People got things going on. And a lot of commentary. So I like it. So, first of all, it's going to happen.
Okay.
Beautiful.
It's happening. I'm
Excellent.
meeting with a theater on Monday.
Yeah, you guys make things happen.
Yeah,
well.
that's what I love about you guys.
You guys make shit happen.
Love to produce. I love to produce.
I see that.
You know what I mean? So I'm meeting with the theater on Monday. I spoke with them. I don't want to say what the theater is because there's two that I have in mind.
Okay.
I might have spoken to you about it.
You said
Yep.
one.
No,
yeah.
no, not until you're ready to reveal.
Yeah,
But-
so till I see it, but I really love the intimate size. It's 66 seats, so I'm figuring we're probably about 50 people. We're going to do a full production, so it'll be a multi-camera shoot for YouTube later.
Oh, shit.
Nice.
Okay,
And
nice.
a condensed edit. And dare I say, it is going to be the roast of PBR.
Oh.
We are no strangers to roast, my friend.
I know,
my
so
God.
I'm not gonna lie and say like I didn't know you did that, and I thought it was brilliant. And we were thinking like, well, how can we do a live? What could we do in a live show that people would love to see? So back in the 90s, I shot and produced the roast of Jesus H. Christ for the for the Tenderloins.
Nice.
Matter of fact, the lovely and talented Pam was. This is how young we were. We were. She was my second unit camera. She never
wow.
even touched.
Yeah.
And I think Ladondo might have been.
He was
I
creeping
think.
around, I'm sure, yes.
But that's when
It's like cameras.
yeah,
I can smell them.
Right, and
Where are
that's when the Jokers did the roast of Jesus H. Christ. You could check that out. So, what I think we're gonna do is, and I would like your input.
Absolutely.
Derek and I are going to be roasted as PBR. Of course, Dennis and Frankie, our producer, will get their shots.
Nice.
Will they be up on the roasting panel?
There will be a dais,
Okay.
and I would like to invite you two to be on the
Done.
dais.
Oh,
Done.
wow.
Okay.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think it'll be, and just remember that when you get roasted, you also roast.
Of course.
Of
Okay.
That's my favorite part.
Oh, my
Be-
God,
be
yeah.
prepared.
That is my
Right?
favorite
Be
part.
Hell yeah.
That was my favorite part.
I'd love to cry. That's awesome.
It's Mike.
It was funny.
I
It was
died.
funny. It was funny. It was funny.
I
Yeah.
died a little
Yeah.
inside, but it was great.
Mike, no stranger to roast at all.
Nope.
I've roasted some of the best. Brian
Yeah.
Q. Quinn, Stan Lee. I got to roast.
Oh, that's awesome.
So it would be an honor to roast people.
Stanley's
I
like, what'd he
appreciate
say?
Right.
What that little bastard say?
He actually did say that. So yes,
Oh,
because he couldn't hear me.
that's
They
awesome.
didn't. They didn't have a speaker next to him. He's hard
Or
of hearing.
hearing.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's getting
yeah.
old, right?
And I went out
He's
first.
94.
So
He's
How's he
awesome.
feeling? He was sick for a while.
He's got the flu.
he's got the flu.
Oh, that's no
So-
good for a man his age.
He got the flu shot, though. So
Oh,
he's
did he?
all right.
Well, the flu shot gives you the flu.
Yes. Well, I know.
So here's what I'm thinking, and I may be speaking a little bit out of school on this one, but it's out there. The invite's out there.
Okay.
Thank you.
For our roast master. Oh, for you two to be on, absolutely.
Okay.
Our roast master. What we're thinking of doing is Gino Bisconti.
Oh,
that'd be
yeah.
great.
Daddy.
So Daddy, I think, would be a firecracker.
Yep.
I'm sure if our schedules work out that
Yeah.
that he would love to do that. And then we're gonna fill out the dais with some of our friends. And I didn't put it out there yet, so I don't want to say any too many friends. But like if you know our podcast and you
Oh,
look
yeah.
at our repertoire, it'll
Yep.
be people from that
Yeah.
Some
from that
luminaries.
slew of lists, right? So
So luminaries? I
some
like
luminaries.
Yes.
You're there.
Some
If you're at the
luminaries.
podcast festival last summer. You can infer.
I'll say it
Yes.
right now. Mr. Trump, President Trump, please.
Let me tell you something. It's different when he's not.
We need
here.
Derek. We need
I
Derek.
know.
Derek got a
Sound
good
like
impression.
It's huge. It's going to be huge.
Yeah.
I can tell.
So this we're looking to do this in. I'm going to do it before the 100th episode's due, right? Because I think our 100th comes sometime in July.
Okay.
So we're probably going to look to produce this event end of April, beginning of May.
Okay.
Wait, does this count? Are we? Because we're simulcasting right now.
Yeah.
We're this what you're hearing right now.
Yeah.
With a little
What you're
bit
listening
of,
to right now?
what
It's
you're-
happening now.
No, well, it happened. It happened.
It happened
today,
then.
Yeah.
When
But you're
will-
listening
when
to
will
it
then be now?
Right. So no, Derek and I are going to do a little
Intro.
intro to
Okay.
this for this will launch Monday on PBR. You're hearing it now on the show. So that's a
Well,
little-
these are the chosen few.
right.
They're the Yentas.
The Yentas.
The
Yeah,
Yentas.
just have tuned in, man.
So give me some of your infinite wisdom. You've been involved in these roasts.
Okay.
What are some of the pitfalls and things we can protect ourselves against?
Don't invite Brian Maxwell. Number one. That's
Number two, just inform everyone, don't hold back.
Booze
yeah.
or no booze?
Ooh.
Oh well, I
booze.
don't drink but booze. Go for booze,
Geez,
man.
All right, the first time we did it, Q, we didn't have any booze. The second time, I may have had one or two drinks. So
I'm thinking again, it's a small event. I'm thinking us, and it's not a. If I do it where I want to do it, it's not at a bar.
Right.
It's at a theater.
Right.
Okay.
Without liquor license.
Oh,
so,
okay.
but I think you
bring
could
your
bring
own.
it in. So I think I would probably have a sponsor, a local brewery, and maybe do like a pony keg or something like that.
Okay.
That's probably not a bad
I just
idea.
wanna be able
and
to
give
wear-
free beer to the guests.
Yeah.
Oh, that'd
To
be
the
cool.
fif-
Yeah.
So 50 seats. That's it.
I think-
moderate price.
Yeah, I
We're not
think-
trying to like.
You're not trying to
We just
gouge.
want to pay for the theater
Yeah,
and
and
make
booze.
it a good time. So it'll be a very reasonable ticket, but we're only going to give it out to 50 people, and maybe we should like give some of those away somehow or come up with some kind of thing. We really want
yeah, 4 or 5 or
the,
something like
the
that.
PBR posse. We want them
Yeah.
to be able
Oh,
to
yeah,
get
for
a ticket.
sure.
You know what I
Okay.
mean?
I like that, and free, limited booze for the talent. You don't want them to get too wasted.
Yeah.
That's a
No.
pitfall.
But I
as
just want to
well.
have that Dean Martin open tux
Yes.
with the bow tie undone,
Yeah.
kind of
Yeah,
just like
that's what the vibe, man.
like
you-
Lee's
are you gonna-
laughing.
Oh shit! Let's make it black tie.
Yeah.
Okay, done.
Beautiful.
I mean,
Done.
not only us, but like
Bam.
the guests.
Yes,
Yeah.
Right,
absolutely.
black tie optional.
Done. Just like in Vegas.
Clothing
I will-
optional.
I will.
Remind me.
I will. I'll
I'm
never
renting
forget.
my tux. I'm there.
How great, right?
That is fantastic.
Black tie optional.
Okay.
Actually, I'm gonna have to get my tuxedo out of. I do have. A
You have a
tuxedo.
tux?
I do.
What does it look like?
It's a navy blue tuxedo.
That's got the ruffled front.
Why do
If you have ruffles, oh my god.
Why
I'm
did you
gonna have to go and
Why
buy
did you buy a
ruffles
tux?
I went to.
After 40, you should buy it.
You should have a tux.
Think so?
I-
Yeah,
Yeah, because your body doesn't. Your body really doesn't change too much.
No,
after
that's
40,
God
right?
forbid, but,
But-
yeah.
That
my
depresses
wife.
Dennis. I was kind
Yes,
of hoping
it's
40 would be.
That's
Maybe that turning point.
Yeah,
That's
all of a
not
sudden
my
I'll-
concern. Is like how best man, wedding, What else?
Black
tie roast.
Black tie optional wedding.
I'm hoping to date
black
down.
tie roast. You know,
hoping to go to prom.
if you do it, you got to go classic black.
It's black. Yeah.
Yeah.
Black tux, white shirt, and
it.
black clip on.
And you could go tux to any wedding, like any affair. You
God, he's such a douchebag though. Seriously, you see a
Maybe.
guy show up at a wedding in a
No,
tux,
but I've had
who's
to
not
go to-
part of the wedding party. Douchebag.
Yeah.
Come on, yeah.
or classy.
Wear
Douchebag or classy, everybody, chime in.
wear
Ah, there you
a
go.
regular suit.
Absolutely.
If you're
Absinthe.
you wear the tux, you either look like you're one of the groomsmen, and
Drink
if you're
absinthe.
not, you look like you want to be, or you look like you're a waiter.
Thanks,
okay,
Aces
okay,
Wild.
yeah.
Wow.
Do you own one?
Have you
I
had a
don't.
few?
Do you own
I'm totally
absinthe.
saying after 40 you
Oh.
should, but I didn't buy. I rented for my wedding.
Right, but why do you own a tux?
Because I used to go to black tie affairs. Because Jules used my lovely
okay,
wife.
okay, that makes
used
sense,
to
okay.
work up at Rutgers, and we
Right,
would go to
okay.
black tie affairs.
And it's not much more expensive
No,
to,
no, that
to
I-
buy it.
no, actually, if you wear it 4 times, it pays for itself.
That I agree with. I just don't.
I actually went to,
That's
and
an
I
expensive tux.
this is fucked up, and I love this story.
Okay.
I went to the Iranian. The Iranian consulate gave a
What?
yes.
What?
Was the Iron Sheik?
Were you
there?
trying to sell some plutonium?
No,
Was like jabroni there?
They
Like
had a.
Oh, those were Libyans. Damn it.
Yes,
That
those are
fucked up.
Exactly, those are Libyans.
Those are Libyans.
They had a black tie affair up in. Was it Fairlawn? It was like on the
right, North Jersey.
It was up in North Jersey,
Okay.
and we were invited. And one of my wife's very good friends at the time, she was being honored by the Iranian embassy
wow.
because her family escaped, and they were,
They maybe just all wanted them in one place.
yeah, right. And then boom,
Get them back.
But
We give you a
no,
glorious
it was
trip.
so cool. It was amazing food, and all Iranian food, all kabushkabesh and stuff like I can't even pronounce. It was delicious.
Kabushkabesh.
Yes,
Oh,
it
my
was
mom used to make kabush kabesh, but she would use onions.
Oh,
Right.
that
That was
man, you
good.
can't do that. And,
Yeah, it was
and
good.
canned tomatoes. You gotta have fresh.
Or wait a second. Are you a spy? Because that's
I
the
wish.
only other reason I would have a tux.
All right, so wait, you hung out with James Spader?
Oh my God! Do I have to tell this story? Again?
I've never heard it, and I love James
tell-
Spader.
tell us-
James
All right, I'm gonna-
Spader.
Wait,
is
he's
amazing.
the asshole from every '80s movie.
Tell it briefly, Mike.
Okay.
Tell
All right.
tell your story.
I'm going to tell it very briefly. All right, I don't drink anymore, but I used to. I used to drink a lot.
Fun.
So when I was up at culinary school, it was back in 91, hanging out with a guy you remind me of a little bit, Dennis.
Handsome son of a
my,
bitch.
My,
Bucket of shit?
my best buddy, Mikey Quinn. And we used to go out and just hit the town. We had a pub on campus, but they only served beer and wine, so we would go out and, drink Jaeger and stuff off campus. So we were in Culinary Institute of America is in Hyde Park. It's right outside of Poughkeepsie. Poughkeepsie had Marist. Poughkeepsie had Vassar. Poughkeepsie had a bunch of schools with women. So went out looking for girls. And we were at this place. It was a townie bar called Shooters. It's one of our warm-up places.
Uh-huh.
And we bumped into James Spader, who was up in Poughkeepsie filming, I think it was White Palace with
Okay.
Susan Sarandon. And we're at the bar like, hey, you're James Spader. He's like, hey, you're not
A guy.
You're a bunch of guys. And
You just sitting at the bar?
yeah,
by
we
himself?
were just hanging out. The bar was like a Tuesday night, and we're just throwing back shots. And turns out we got along famously.
That's awesome.
And I'm by the time we leave Shooters, because James is like, where do all the college women hang out?
James.
We'll tell you. We'll show
and,
you.
and we'll show you. He's like, come on, I've got a rental. So I am.
So he's
fucked up.
driving.
He's driving.
Is he lit?
No, not as lit as I am.
Celebrity lit. That's
He's
like
celebrity lit,
yeah.
exactly.
That's almost the same as
That's
sober.
he's 2-0. That's well beyond that's under the legal limit for celebrity lit. So we end up we pile in the car. I get in the back seat and I sit down. And I'm like, what the fuck? And it's a bottle of champagne. And using alcoholics logic, I'm like, oh, it's my champagne. So I put it in my jacket, right?
Finders keepers, everybody.
Exactly. So
discovered
and
it.
I am such a dick, and I own this completely. And for a long time in my drinking days, I did not own this. I was like, fuck James Spader. But we ended up going to this other place. It was called the Other Side of the Tracks.
Uh-huh.
Big Marist girl and Vassar girl
Territory.
So we go in there, and it's not a huge place, but it's not small. And I think I browned out because I don't remember a lot of it, but I remember I'm sitting at a
shit your
table.
The brownout.
Brownout.
It's like things are foggy. Blackout is like you wake up and
You
you're
shut
like,
off.
What
Oh
am I doing?
my god,
Next?
yeah. Brownout. You're like in and out
Yeah,
of
kinda-
consciousness.
Oh, all right. I thought he shit his parents.
No.
That's
shit your
the
pants?
brown out.
Yeah, that's the brown oot.
Okay, all right. Continue. I'm sorry.
So I find I'm like come to and I find myself at a table with like 4 co-eds. I'm like, who wants champagne? And I popped the cork.
You did.
I swear to God.
And he freaks.
And well, he wasn't with me. We all went to conquer and divide and conquer on our
Wait,
own.
you're with James Spader and you divide?
Yeah, no,
You're wingman.
No. I was my own.
You surfed
Dude,
that wake.
I was at a table with 4 co-eds. I think I was doing all right.
If you go to that table with James Spader, everybody's naked.
Everybody's done.
Well,
That's it.
That was not my drunk's logic at the time. So I popped the cork, and he hears it over the din of this.
Come
this thing.
on.
I swear to God. And he comes over. He's like, "That's my champagne." I'm like, "Fuck you! I found it." He's like, "You're a
found it in
bastard.
my
You're a piece
car."
of shit." Yeah, and all this stuff. And I'm like, "Mannequin sucked." And yeah, it was a low blow. So
Because Mannequin didn't suck.
it kinda
Mannequin 2 sucked.
Yeah, you're right about that. So we get thrown out. All of us get thrown out. And he's like, fuck you guys. Walk back to where you're going. And we're like 6 miles away from campus. And it's November.
Yeah.
And it's fucking cold.
yeah.
And Mikey Quinn had my back. He's like, dude, I had your back, but you were fucking wrong and you're an asshole. And now I got to walk 6 miles because of you.
Wow.
Dude, he heard. I love how he heard the pop.
I know.
And knew.
yeah.
I know.
I think that's my champagne.
That's my champagne sense is going off.
Were you still clutching the bottle as you walked home?
No. They
it's
took the
gone.
bottle
They
away
took the
after
bottle.
took it.
Dude, you pissed off Ultron.
Yeah.
I did,
Yep.
and that's what I said. Comic book man
that's a
took on Ultron.
terrible-
You
It
fought
was a bad
Ultron.
idea.
You ever cross paths with him now?
Never, and I keep saying, and that's why this story keeps coming up. I would love to make amends to him because I stopped drinking and I'm like, wow, I was a real douchebag to James Spader, and then which is ironic.
There's a sentence I
I feel
didn't
like
think I
he
was
might
going to hear
deserve
tonight.
it though. He's James Spader.
But here's the thing.
an
Here's
odd
the
little duck.
fucked up thing is I'm watching and I'd gotten sober and like a year into my sobriety, they had that Seinfeld episode where he was
the rum raisin?
Hanky going around making his amends, and I'm like, I fucking know that guy in amends, and here he is on TV doing it.
You
And
stretched out the neck hole.
You just tweet at him.
He's not on social media.
What?
Yeah, I know.
Dude, you're forgetting. It's James Spader.
He's
Yeah, but he
James.
doesn't
Buck-
need to be.
Spader.
No,
doesn't
I checked.
need-
I mean, he might have it
Nobody
now. But
needs to be on social media. He's a celebrity though. Like you got to keep up with your celebrity.
The real James Spader. It's going to be the weirdest Twitter.
No.
James
James
Spader
Spader
update?
updates.
No James Spader. No,
know.
no
Wait,
check
Well, go to
mark.
James Spader updates because maybe we need
No
to-
blue check marks.
Yeah, he's still pissed off at Mike Zapsik. Yeah, and there you go.
Your ultimate daily source for everything James Spader.
I think we
You
need to
need
tweet
a-
at them right
you
now and
need-
let
I
them
think-
know the story.
Why am I not?
Wishing everybody happy National Puppy Day.
When was
Oh,
that? Was that
James.
today? Was that it? Today?
Yeah.
No, that was.
Well, like watch Blacklist. Oh, yo, look at this. This is James
would-
Spader with the fan. Well, yeah.
Wait till
Okay.
I get in
But-
front of my Photoshop.
All right. Yeah. Oh,
Yeah,
God,
these are
yeah,
all
please do.
unofficial. So
That would be awesome. But and if anyone out there has access to James Spader, please tell him I'm sorry. And I owe him a bottle of it was cooked
Why don't-
champagne. And I mean, I will buy him a bottle of Dom Perignon to make it up.
Okay,
That's
he's
classy.
He's
That's what that
Ultron,
is.
right? So
is Ultron.
he qualifies to be on Comic Book Men. Have management reach out.
And
do an
he's al-
episode. This
he's
would-
also on Blacklist, and he would probably tell us to go fuck ourselves without even knowing I'm there. Oh, and Sapsik's there? Well, double fuck you. And Mannequin was great, and it deserved a fucking Oscar.
All right, well, come on, James. Let's not say things we can't take back.
right.
So,
All right,
yeah.
that's the James Spader story.
That's
amazing.
a James Spader
I
story.
love that. Thank
I
you
just
so
think
much
it's
for
great that
sharing.
you're like, you know what? Pfft, I don't need James Spader to pick up these ladies.
But-
you play the James Spader card when it's dealt.
Yeah, well,
Especially like early 90s James Spader. Now
Yeah, he was-
James Spader's looking a little swole.
Less than zero, James.
Less than zero
He
James
was less
Spader.
than zero James Spader. And that story,
Secretary James Spader.
it was he was the man. He was a really cool guy. We were getting along great until the champagne incident.
Yeah.
Which is totally my fault. And
I
own
understand
it
you,
now.
dude. You end up at a table with 4 other chicks. I'm not leaving
And
either.
for everybody,
Doesn't matter
champagne
who
is a
said.
cause for celebration, but for you,
I also
Yeah, I
think it's
know.
kind of amazing that you popped a bottle of champagne in the bar.
Yeah, they weren't happy about that either.
You know? Like you and Ming have a lot in common. It goes back to you guys are slinging alcohol. where it shouldn't be slinging.
Why the hell not?
We do a lot. You do things when you're drunk. It's it happens. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Nice.
Well, we will be there for episode 100.
Awesome,
we
man.
accept
Thank
your
you.
invite.
Oh man, you know what? Hey, Ace is wild. Don't worry about it. And pitiful Patty Pom Pom. I trust me. I'm. You want to see me back on the drink? No, you really don't.
I don't
Trust
think
me.
that guy really wanted you to fall off
No,
the wagon.
don't worry
I don't
about
think
it.
so.
It certainly
Yeah.
wouldn't be on. It'd be an amazing ratings grabber though.
Oh my God! Yeah, can you imagine?
PBR did the show. Mike fell off the wagon. It was amazing.
Can you imagine Comic Book Men season 7? It's like trying to get Mike sober again. Fuck you all!
Let
Hey,
me tell
Johnson,
you-
guess what?
Let me
Oh,
tell
man,
you about
just going
Kevin
off on-
Smith. Everybody loves Kevin Smith.
You
but let
think
me
you're
tell you
better
something
than
about
me?
that.
You think you're better than me? Well, all right, you might
Yeah,
be
a little
but-
bit better. You know who's not better than me? Johnson's not
Yeah,
better.
yeah,
Oh,
but-
speaking of Johnson, I have a
Brian
message
Johnson.
from
Okay.
Brian Johnson to you guys. He's like, why aren't I on? Why haven't I been invited to PBR?
He's been asked,
Really?
and he
said
had
no?
a very blunt response.
Which
Was
was
it no?
Was why would I go on someone else's podcast so they can get my fucking ratings?
Wow.
Wow.
Shots fired.
No, I'm not shooting.
No,
I'm
no,
not
no,
shooting
no, no.
anything.
Wow, no,
I would
because he
love
said
to
that
have
to
him
me.
on.
Wow.
And we were honored that Tell 'em Steve Dave came to the Podfest. That's
Wow, he really said
Wow.
that? Wow.
Oh. He said that to your face?
no.
Okay.
Okay, wow.
Oh,
that's
did
funny.
Lodondo tell you?
I'm not gonna
There
listen.
you
I
go,
feel
man.
I already feel bad that I even said that, but
No, that's all right.
Oh,
It was
that's
not-
fu-
it was-
that's
But he
I had
because what
a few
happened
minutes
was
to speak with Brian at the Podfest, and it was very pleasant. And
No,
I was
awesome.
just, yeah.
Listen, awesome guy. Like I've met him once or twice. I played poker with him that one time.
Yeah.
You know, and I know through Brian. You know, so I would love open invitation. I would love to have him on the show.
Okay.
I'll
cool,
tell
let's
him
do it.
because
I would come to the stash and do it too if he didn't want to come
Yeah.
to Speakeasy.
it was funny because I told him
like to come to the stash.
you guys have an open invitation.
When you said you had to go back to the stash to get a mic, I'm like, I'll just go with him.
Yeah.
For a second.
I just want to look.
All right. Well,
coulda.
I'm sure it'll happen.
I'm gonna.
I find it funny that he said that, but
Yeah, I find it.
You know
I
what?
find
Also,
it
let
quite
me
amusing.
say this in his defense. Somebody could have been not
pulling
telling me
your
the
chain.
truth.
Somebody could have been fucking with you. Gotcha.
by what you said there, I don't think so. It sounds like him.
Oh, does it?
It sounds like
I
him.
don't know.
Yeah.
Again, I don't know.
Sounds like him.
But it's weird that he said that to me. It's like because the night I double booked,
Right.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
he
that
did
was
say
the
yeah he
roast.
wanted to
Yeah.
come on. So I think he's had a change of heart then.
maybe.
Dude,
yeah.
I would love. It would be amazing. Man.
All right, great.
I would love.
So, hey,
now,
I'll tell him.
Walt, on the other hand, let's talk about Walt.
Okay, yeah, that's not happening.
He's a New Jersey Devils fan.
He is.
I
Big.
by contract, I'm not allowed to even be in the same room as him.
I see that. Okay.
It was
we understand completely.
It was bad enough that when I came to see you guys the other day at the stash, I had to stand under
Under
two
the Devils
devil
banners,
flags.
yes.
This
Actually,
is nonsense.
3.
Yeah,
And-
we have all the Stanley Cup banners. We have all the
Yes.
retirement banners.
To
We
top
have-
to top it off, that night
yes. Oh, that yeah.
the
they
Devils
lost.
beat the Rangers.
Yeah, twice.
You
I
guys,
don't-
it was the bad juju that you guys gave me the bad icky juju.
some
Yeah, they actually
bad
lost.
voodoo coming at you.
They actually lost twice. The NHL app glitched and thought that Taylor Hall scored in overtime. So if you looked at post game, it said they scored twice in overtime. I'm like, that's weird. I've never
Yeah.
seen that before. So I went back and I saw the app glitched, and I was like, wow, they really wanted to stick it to them, huh? So,
Speaking
Yeah.
of important hockey news,
Yeah, they love
Goom
that.
2 was only released
Oh.
in Canada.
Yeah, man.
that star
Did that have
Sean
what's-
William Scott?
Yeah,
They're all
everybody's
in it,
back.
man. They're
We're all
all in it,
back.
yes.
Even the
Liv
even
Tyler.
the even the lady.
Liv Tyler. Sorry.
Liv Schreiber.
Liv Schreiber.
Is the
Ray Donovan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's his
Do you
name?
know? Did you know? He is the voice for the 24/7 series on HBO, the hockey series.
No,
the
I had no idea.
That's him.
Liv Schreiber?
Yes.
I had no idea.
No idea,
Wow.
dude.
That's
'cause
great.
I'm expecting Ray Donovan to come out of his mouth,
Yeah, right.
and he has this like amazing voiceover voice.
Yeah, he does. He's got that voice.
He seems like I have that feeling that if I ever met Vince Vaughn, like we would be friends. Like I think that honestly, not like I would.
You really think that?
I really think that if I met Vince Vaughn, I would like him, and he would also like me, and we would have a friendship.
I felt that way about James Spader.
You fucked that up.
I'll give you two
I
statements.
just have the feeling that Liv Schreiber, everything he says would just be I'm sure he's a wonderful man. It just seems sarcastic. You'd be like, hey, Liv, you want some pasta? Yeah, I want some pasta. It's everything he says just has snark to it.
Okay.
I'll give you two things to the Vince Vaughn thing. One, the Vince Vaughn you see in the movie is fast talking and kind of annoying.
Uh-huh.
That's him.
I don't care. I
that's
love
what
that.
you want. Okay.
Look who I work with.
Okay, no, I'm just saying. A lot
Hardly said a word.
lot of people think that's acting.
You were 60% quiet.
A lot of people think it's acting until they actually meet him, and that's him. The swingers, Vince Vaughn, the
Beautiful
whatever,
babies.
all that. That's apparently the same. I met him once.
Santa's brother, Vince Vaughn. That's him.
I met
Fred Claus.
Fred Claus.
I'll go movie for movie.
So what you're saying? He's not Psycho Vince Vaughn?
No, not like.
Yeah, he's not
good.
Norman Bates.
Yeah,
He's
not
not.
Norman Bates.
He's not Clay Pigeons. Vince Vaughn.
Okay, I'm just saying. A lot of people find that annoying. I think it's funny, but
I like the energy.
But 24/7, I can see how people can see that as annoying. I met Vince Vaughn. I was bowling at midnight once on a Sunday in L.A. And I saw him. He was very nice to me. We talked for a little bit. He actually acknowledged me first. I walked by and he was like, "Hey man, what's up?" Like he saw me looking at him. So
Is
like,
he seems like he's as tall as a building.
He is tall. He is
Yeah,
tall.
he's like 6'5".
Yeah, so he had just had a DVD
He's as
come
tall
out,
as Matthew Broderick's Godzilla.
and I went through all the extra features. So we talked about that for about 5 minutes, and then I left. But yeah, he was cool to me. So
I don't know what it is about the
friendship
guy.
wise, I
All right,
don't
so
know,
that's
but
that number 2.
that was 2.
I've
I
seen
met
a
him.
couple.
What do you
movies.
met him?
I
Okay.
didn't know him, yeah, that's it. So, anyways,
Let me ask you this, guy. You guys are hockey fans.
we are.
I'm not as much as him, but yeah, I
Okay.
love getting to the.
You went to the Devil's home opener this
yeah,
year.
I love going to the rink. It's
Well,
great.
you won't be going to a Devils playoff game this year, so that sucks for you. but-
No, I don't expect that for the next. I told you, it's a building decade. So
It's not looking good, but okay.
So I'm gonna be back with the Rangers for this playoff run to do the show.
Okay.
Nice.
I've had guests on with me in the past, so if you guys want to come up to the Garden and play with some fans,
Hell yeah.
help me, you know.
I would go in
Can
there.
Do a
you
little
get me
blue
on the
shirt
organ?
buzz?
Dun, dun, dun,
I think I might. I know Ray, and I've done an episode or two with him. He's actually a great guy. Maybe I get you up there, man.
I would. Do that,
I
but-
can't play the organ, but if
That's
you-
right.
I
I would
can
get
just
up
put
there.
my
All
hands
I
over
could do
his.
is play Heart and Soul and
Yo,
Chopsticks.
Do you know that Ray's an amazing guy, and he plays the goal song. That's all live.
Oh yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
Like that is not a
that's pretty
recording.
damn
Like, they're not
awesome.
hitting play. Like he's
Right.
So he's like sitting there watching that game, and that goes off, and he's got to get on it right away.
Right.
It's like pretty amazing what he does.
Right. That's funny. That's cool.
Yeah, I'd love to have you come up and be on an episode.
That'd be great. Yeah, I'd
you know,
love that.
rivalries aside, I'm a hockey fan.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be pretty cool. Actually.
I had Quinn on an episode
Quinn-
2 or 3 years ago.
Quinn
We-
is Mr. Hockey right now, by the way.
yeah.
Yeah, back in the 70s and 80s, I was all about the Rangers. So
Oh, this is even better,
Yeah,
man.
I know.
Listen. I always need episode ideas. This is a great episode idea.
Comic book
you
man with
learning
the-
how to play the.
I would love it. Dun, dun.
Dennis the intern, guest New York Rangers organ player. Rangers score.
Brian and I did. We did an episode where the Rangers were playing the Devils.
Oh,
So we took. It was in New Jersey, but we started at the Garden.
Didn't he have the Devils flashing shirt on?
Oh, you know what? I don't remember.
You blocked that out?
I don't know.
Okay.
Ming, YouTube, pull it up on YouTube. If you put Brian Quinn, Mike Polano, and blue shirts,
You
it
got it.
shook him up. But we took the train from New York to Penn Station.
Oh my God.
And the bet was whoever got the most people to switch jerseys or something. Like the other
Mm-hmm.
one, the other one had to put on the other person's gear. So I won.
Okay.
And Brian had to put on a Rangers jersey with a foam finger and say,
Okay.
"Let's go Rangers."
Gotcha.
But I don't know if he had that shirt on. I don't remember.
No results for Polano, Brian, Quinn,
Blue shirt, one word?
Nation.
Yes, I would take Nation out.
You let me know if you
Scroll,
see anything
scroll.
here.
This is good for radio.
Yeah, everyone's enjoying this.
Everybody likes watching this. When it's
Listen
on.
to us watch.
Take my name out.
Why not just put Polano, Brian Quinn?
Then you'll find
Oh
that
yeah,
other
you put
video
Brian
they made
Quinn. You
together.
gotta shuffle through 4 million videos.
Yeah, exactly. Now you're gonna be. Now
Right.
we're screwed.
Just type blue shirt buds.
Buds?
Buzz as in I'm drunk. It's blue shirt. Well, okay. So scroll.
All right.
Can't you put
Let
Quinn
me
in
know
there?
if let me know if you see anything in here.
Yeah, I would put
It's on.
Put
here.
Quinn in there. Come on.
put it at
just
the end.
Quinn.
Put it at the end.
Quinn.
Stupid search engines. Well, it's on here.
Yeah,
It's on here. Well,
you can go.
on here.
You can go find it. It's one of
We'll
that.
find it. We'll find it. Anyways,
What else came up there? I saw a baby with a stroller. What did that have to do with
I-
those keywords?
the kid was drunk.
Yeah.
I have no idea. How to use the Quinny Buzz is the name of the
weird.
stroller. So
The fuck is it? Oh, Quinny Buzz is the name of a
And then
stroller.
Harley
yes,
Quinn.
and Harley Quinn. Yes.
Of course.
Yeah.
What'd you think about that? I'm here in the Temple of Nerd here.
What the
Suicide Squad.
Didn't see it.
You didn't see it?
No,
I
I heard,
did. It
I heard
was,
bad things about it, and I'll wait till the DVD comes
It,
out.
it was a mess, but Margot Robbie is a great Harley Quinn. I thought so.
She was a
did
wonderful
great job.
Harley Quinn. I thought that Will Smith did a nice job.
Yeah,
but,
Will Smith was actually not bad.
but
so-
overall, my only critique of it is that I didn't understand the main bad guy. I didn't understand what she was doing, how she was going to do it, or what it was going to cause.
right?
All she was doing was like doing this weird snake dance, which I know everybody cannot see.
Oh,
right
is that
now.
the Enchantress?
The Enchantress? Yes.
Okay.
She was doing some weird snake dance, and she's like, "I have to build the world-ending machine," but she doesn't build a machine. She just sends up some weird cloud.
Okay, so
Right. She's pretty
it's
freaking
like-
powerful too. Which she
Yeah.
didn't need.
Spoilers. Sorry.
She didn't need a world building
This
or
is
world
Suicide
ending
Squad?
machine. Yeah.
Suicide
Suicide
Squad,
yeah.
Yeah, I'll eventually see it, but it's the buzz around it was like,
It was a little flat.
yeah, it was
A
flat.
little flat.
But we haven't seen the last of Margot Robbie Harley Quinn, so that's
No,
that's
she'll
good.
get a
they're
spin-off
gonna,
movie.
they're gonna do Gotham City Sirens with her, Poison Ivy, and Catwoman.
Yeah,
That'd be dope.
that will be
awesome.
dope. That'd be cool. So
Do we know who's playing who?
No, but
except
there's
for Margot
some-
Robbie.
Margot Robbie, but they're I'm thinking Anna Kendrick would be perfect for redhead.
Yeah, Pamela Isley.
Yeah, like
love it.
geeky, nerdy, hot.
And there's only one lady who can play Catwoman, and that is Miss Meryl Streep. You tell me that would be wrong.
That would be wrong.
It would. Meryl Streep? She's amazing. She could do anything. She could play Batman, and it would be fine.
Let's just say yes for
Fair enough.
I'd like to
argument's
test
sake.
that theory.
For argument's sake, yes. All right, you got anything else? I think that's.
Are we done?
I think I'm.
No way.
Yeah. Well, we're
All right,
not-
just for tonight, though.
Yeah.
We're-
Yeah, not forever.
not forever.
Yeah, next
man.
set. Yeah,
No
please
way.
bring Derek D back.
Yeah,
when
of
he's
course,
free.
of
He's
course.
I know he's got a busy schedule.
Yeah, and
but-
when we set up the new Titans Tower.
yeah, you guys are invited.
Yeah, man, we would love.
Actually, we
love
would
it.
love you guys to be our first guest.
Yeah.
Stop
Thank
it.
you so
Yes.
much, man.
Oh my
You're
God,
too
that'd be
kind.
amazing.
Too
What do you think?
kind.
What do you
Yeah,
say?
absolutely.
Our
So-
first
We
guest.
would love
You
that.
see it
man.
all
We
set
would
up
love
and in its
That's
glory.
huge. I don't
With
even know
the-
what to do with that right
with
now.
the Karate Kid poster displayed proudly on the wall.
You know
And
what?
what is that German? Pump up the volume.
It is, yes.
Ja.
Signed by Christian Slater.
Did he sign it in German?
He did not, but he
Nine
did inscribe
Das
it.
ist
he-
Christian Slater.
He inscribed it with the pump up the volume
Also
tagline.
known as. Sorry, I'm sorry.
Oh, the tagline. Top.
Ein bin Christian Slater.
Ich bin ein Christian Slater.
We
Does,
refer to him as the '90s.
Jack Nicholson.
Yeah.
Oh well.
Oh, Heather's one of my favorite movies.
Heather's is great.
But I asked him to sign Ming, Talk Hard, Christian Slater. That's it. And there it is.
What do you guys? What do you think of Mr. Robot?
I love Mr. Robot. It's a
I
weird.
have not seen it.
I
I'm
think
way
it-
behind on all my TV shows.
I think Mr. Robot's
Way
great.
behind.
Good for you.
I am going to
I
watch.
like it a
binge
lot.
Watch the shit out.
I've
of it.
seen season 1, and it was compelling. It was great.
Well, I'll tell you what. When season 2 started, I didn't know. I was on the fence.
Yeah.
But dude, it's fucking good.
Yeah, it's fucked up.
You used to
and
talk
it's
about it on
fucking
the
good.
show. You're like, government's a lie. Watch Mr. Robot. It'll explain everything you need to know.
That's about right.
How did you? Not to prolong.
We're going to go for another hour and a half.
But
But
how
where are
did
you guys going? Get a
how are you
sandwich. We'll do
getting
this.
off TV. I watch way too much television.
I have kids. Kids will do that to you.
Yeah.
I have to
they're
go-
at the age where they're doing a lot of stuff.
Oh
too.
yeah, they're at 11 and 14. You know, they got their black belts. You know, oh my God, we just rejoined a gym, the Y, if you want to call that a gym. So
It is.
The one
Yes.
in Red Bank?
Yeah.
It's a very good gym. It used to be
great.
anyway. I haven't been there in a long time, but
yeah.
Did you guys see Iron Fist?
Yes.
I'm episode 8,
Okay.
but too slow for our tastes.
Our opinions can be heard on this week's episode of I Saw Comics.
But to boil that down.
Well, come on.
Come
man.
on,
I'm
Dennis
sitting
wants
right
to know.
here,
Yeah,
man.
it's like I have to listen to your bullshit
Gotta
other
tune in.
pod.
you do.
God almighty.
If not you, then who?
Exactly.
what was the name of the comic book store you used to make me drive you to?
Oh, the one down in Stockton. Jesus.
No, Mike's fine.
I don't even know. I don't remember the name of the place.
There's a place out Stockton, New Jersey.
No, Pomona, New Jersey.
Pomona, where we went to
Pomona.
college.
Ah, okay.
Was it Legends?
No, man, it was.
It was It was like a red barn.
No, the Red Barn was the different place.
Oh, was it?
That was the adult place.
Oh, my fault.
You never had to drive me there.
That's where the Love Boutique.
Oh, that yeah, nice.
What was that comic shop? Every Wednesday, man. God.
That's where he got me into. I would drive him there, and then he would read The Preacher on the way home.
Preacher, yes, and that's right. I have to get Dennis the trade paperback, which Yeah.
I'll tell you, for Preacher, it always showed up in Wizard as like the number one comic, and always kicked out my favorite, which was Spider-Man.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I gotta see who this guy who's taking my.
Yeah, and they were right.
I went in there. I got my stuff from my local comic shop. I went to the guy. I'm like, what is this Preacher? He's like, yeah, I got a couple sitting over there. So the latest one came out was the one where Jesse is. It doesn't move the plot. It doesn't advance anything. He's in an airport. And he runs into a guy who sees his lighter. It says "fuck communism."
Yep.
Yes.
And then you get
He
the
goes,
whole.
You're John Custer's boy.
Yeah, and then you get the whole story.
The whole
about
backstory of John Custer when he
His
met his
dad,
mom,
yeah.
his dad. And I went to my car. I'm like, let me just see this thing. Opened up the first page, put it down after I finished it. Went back inside and spent all the money I had on every back issue they had,
it's great.
and everyone since.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm telling you, all 66 issues, amazing. Plus the one shots.
Plus the one-shots.
Oh my God, fantastic.
The Preacher, the Saint of Killers one shot, I think is the best one they did.
Yeah.
One of them
And
for
I
sure.
even went so far as we've got Just a Pilgrim, because it had the waft of the Saint of Killers.
Yes, the way they did Saint of Killers in Hell on the show was absolutely brilliant.
Was it my man? Was it?
Yeah, the bald dude. Yes. From The Hobbit. Yeah.
Yeah, Graham McTavish.
Yes.
You haven't seen it yet.
I haven't. I've seen up to. See, it's not like the book.
Well, no,
So-
It's a little different.
But
I know it's a lot different, and it pissed me off for the first 4 episodes.
You gotta hang in.
I know.
say it,
That's
say
what.
it, right?
I
That's
can't
what
say-
Quinn
we can't
told
tell
me.
you.
You know
can't
what
tell you.
happened.
Quinn
right?
told me, yes. Quinn told me what it is.
Brilliant.
He didn't tell me what it was, but he says you have to wait until episode
last
5
episode.
and episode 6, and you will be in. And he didn't even call me Chief when he says, Mike, you've got to do
Yeah.
this. I'm like, wait a minute, just call me by my given name. You've never done that.
Yeah, because I'm in business now.
Yes.
But there was no way they were gonna. I mean,
You saw it, Ming, right?
Yeah.
who was the artist
Great.
on that? It was
Yeah,
Garth
great.
Ennis was the writer.
Steve
Dillon
Dillon.
was
Steve
the
Dillon.
artist.
The way
He
Steve
just
Dillon,
passed away.
Oh, it sucks.
Yeah, I know.
Steve Dillon drawing the Saint of Killers, riding into hell on a horse, and he's the only one that has eyes. Everyone else has got those hollow white eyes,
Yeah.
and he's just like, all I have inside me is hate.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh my God,
I love him.
it's so good.
It's really,
Dad?
there's a lot of really clever things they do cinematically that when I was first watching it, I was like, what is going on? Why do they keep doing this
Yeah.
over and over and over again? And then you realize with the tree,
Yep.
right? It was just such a phenomenal episode. And then the way they end the season 1 blew my mind because I think I felt like what you were just saying. A lot of people were like, what is this? It's not
Well,
the-
because the first episode, or the first issue of the comic, Genesis gets out, it gets into Jesse, he blows up the
Bam.
church,
Shit
and then
happens.
we're on our story. We're already rolling,
Right.
and then you're just like, wait a minute, they're not going to do that in the first episode here.
No,
They're not going to do that in the second episode here.
But
They're not going to do it in the 4th episode here.
But the whole thing with the church upside down, I was like, wait a minute. And that was my first clue. And I'm like, all right, I've got them on my DVR, the last 2 episodes. And I'm just like...
I just wasn't excited for Seth Rogen and Evan Goldberg to do it.
I know.
I was like, these guys are like, they're gonna goofball it up.
Yeah. And they sort of did a little bit.
A little bit.
Yeah.
But then you get the scene where the meat packer...
Oh, he hasn't
I
seen
don't,
it.
all right,
Whoa,
shut up,
whoa,
shut up,
whoa.
Dennis.
Hey,
Shut up, Dennis.
Watch Preacher, everybody.
Watch Preacher.
Watch Preacher. It's on
good.
AMC.
Watch Preacher.
And We's Company Man.
That's right.
But yes.
Oh, right, it's AMC. Here I am.
That's all right. So you guys are going to be our first guest.
Thank you.
That'd be huge.
Absolutely.
All right.
Huge.
Wow, we have all
It's
these.
going to be huge.
We have all these dates. I love it.
I know.
Yeah,
we got
it's
stuff lined up, man. That's
This
what,
is,
this
see,
is what we
you
do.
make things
like it.
happen, and
This
you
is what we
make
do.
us make things happen.
Yeah. So thank you very much.
Yeah, and everybody, thank you so much. Wakey, hands off, Snakey. What the hell is that?
I think she saw your hand underneath
Yeah.
the poker table there.
Wait, were we not supposed to be doing that?
Yeah,
That's the only way I pod, son.
That's why I pod.
Ming, what is this that you're using though?
What's
This
that?
is Twitch.
This is Twitch. You familiar with the Twitch, the gaming streaming?
Oh.
Most cool people stream their gameplay on here.
Okay.
We stream our podcast.
We're
We're
nerds.
super lit. We're super
Does
lame.
this archive?
For 2 weeks, yes.
Okay.
So you'll be able to pull it up. Twitch.tv/MingChin37.
And you can watch my hands.
Yeah.
I want to see Mike back on the drink.
Yes. That will.
That's not.
Isn't that awesome?
We'll leave you with that. We'll leave you
Guys,
with that.
thank you so much.
Thank you
for
so
having
much.
us.
Thank
This
you.
was
Not
awesome.
at all.
Of course.
You guys are awesome as
of course,
always.
MingandMike.com, PBRpodcast.com, or PBRpodcast.com,
PBRpodcast.com and PBR Pod across all sorts.
Awesome.
And not only that, but your singles are your Mike
M Polano.
at Dennis the Intern.
He is Dennis the Intern, and he is M. Polano.
I'm looking for that blue check, man. I
I'm
got to
telling
get it
you.
before the other two. Because
Come on,
this,
folks.
This,
Get him up there.
I'm gonna have a hard
This
time
bet.
doing that because no one sees my face.
I know.
They can't
And
verify me.
as always, Ming Chen at Ming Chen 37, and I am MICHAELZAPCIC.
Awesome. Thank you.
So thanks, guys, and we will talk to you soon.